Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. The prize is the soul.
What's going on, y'all? What's up? What's up?
What's going on out here?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, y'all? We got some more breaking news with this Diddy situation.
Man, they taking this man down. They bringing everything up from the past.
They went so Natanya Reuben, she's the victim of the club shooting. She just recently did an interview today, just like maybe a few hours ago, saying she's willing to take the ballistics out her face, the bullet fragments to match the gun that was used, that was found in Diddy's car when he got pulled over with J-Lo. So we're gonna get into that real quick. Make sure y'all come in and smash the like button. Yeah, I mean, and yeah, we about to get into this, man.
You know what that remind me of real quick? What's the name can't do that? Megan Thee Stallion. She can't pull no fragments out her foot, no ballistics, because that was just glass.
Glassy foot. Yep.
That was just glass in her foot.
Yep. So we about to go ahead and get into this. Yep. All right, let me pull this video up.
I had to take that quick shot real quick.
All right. She got 2 interviews that she conducted. So we about to get into this real quick. Let's get into it. All right, let me share this, because we got a slew of videos we want to play anyway.
Right.
Yep.
Make sure y'all smash that like button if y'all just getting in here.
Yep. Let me see.
Jordan, Natanya, thank you so much for being with us. I can't imagine what
y'all hear that. I just want to make sure y'all can hear it. Just make sure y'all can hear
it. Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah, we can hear it. Just make sure the volume is up all the way.
All right. The volume is up. All right. So we're about to get into this, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. So she conducted 2 interviews. All right, so we're gonna get into this.
Thank you so much for being with us. I can't imagine what you've been through since 1999, and then all the emotions that must be coming up over the last couple of days. What was your reaction, Natanya, when you saw these massive raids at P. Diddy's 2 homes?
First and foremost, thank you for having me. It was very emotional. In short, it was extremely emotional because it was basically a mark 25 years, a quarter of a century since this occurred. And I've had to relive this over and over again, intermittently in that time. So when I saw it, it was very cathartic because I finally felt like justice would be done. Justice would be mine and belong to all of his victims.
Yeah, and you have said since really right after the shooting that it was P. Diddy who shot you. I mean, I think you even said it to the doctor that night, right?
I said it immediately. I literally watched them pull out the guns. I've had a clear point of view. I mean, for God's sake, I got shot in my nose. I was facing them directly. I watched everything occur and have described it, vehemently to all parties involved. I think in our society, we have respectability politics. There are people who want to be adjacent to power or celebrity or money, and there's a hierarchy of respectability. Because his name was more notable, he was believed rather than a victim who gave a first-hand account. By the grace of God, I survived.
Yeah, and this was also a different time. I mean, things were very, very different in 1999. I mean, did you sense right from the beginning that no one believed you?
Well, I don't think that was on my mind. I think first and foremost, I'm a mother. I'm a mother of 3. At the time, I was a mother of 2. And just surviving and getting home to my children was of the utmost importance to me. Being whole and being able to mother them. That was, primary on my list. I didn't have any reason to believe that to think that someone would not believe me. But as things unfolded, it was a very short period of time where I realized that's what in fact is happening.
So as I mentioned, Diddy has denied being the one who pulled the trigger. But this is interesting, Natanya. Rodney Jones, also known as Little Rod, is now suing Diddy for sexual harassment. That's something that's been in the headlines for the last couple of days. And there's a very interesting quote from his lawsuit that relates back to you that I want to read because it sort of ties all of this together. And it says, Jones claims in the lawsuit, Mr. Combs shared that he was responsible for the shooting in the nightclub in New York City with rapper Shyne. He shared that artist and Mr. Combs' girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, aka J-Lo, carried the gun into the club for him and passed him the gun after he got into an altercation with another individual. So now you have Little Rod in this new lawsuit saying that Diddy told him that he actually was responsible. I mean, what did you think when you read that?
Well, I was incensed for a number of reasons. First and foremost, for the past quarter of a century, he's vehemently denied that he was responsible, even though I knew wholeheartedly, and as so many others who were in the club that night, we all knew he was responsible. A lot of people were afraid for their safety, justifiably so. I mean, the history that has occurred in the last 25 years proves that they were justified in being afraid, but I wasn't afraid. I wasn't afraid because I still bear I have 9 bullet fragments remaining in my face. So when I saw that count 128, that's actually count 128 of the lawsuit. When I saw that on a podcast that was analyzing all of the counts, I knew I had to speak. I had no intention of going viral. I was just getting it out of me. I have a mantra, having my say. There was a time a few years ago where I had a talk radio show called Having My Say. And that's very important to me. I believe everyone is entitled to have their say. Far too often we don't hear people or listen. And so I just wanted to get it out of me because it was like an audible, deep breath that I needed to take. And I made the TikTok video not expecting it to go viral. Went to pick up my daughter, came back home, and she's like, and I literally told her, I'm like, well, you're probably going to see it tomorrow. I made a video on TikTok. Maybe 100 people will see it. By the time we got home, she said, Mommy, it was 70,000 people. And I could not believe it. But it was time. It was time for me to speak. I'd stayed quiet for 25 years. It was my time to speak.
Yeah, we don't know yet what's going to happen with the P. Diddy situation. Obviously, again, he hasn't been arrested. There's clearly a very big federal investigation happening now. But I'm thinking back to other cases, R. Kelly, Jeffrey Epstein. When they started to dig, all sorts of stuff came to the surface. They reopened old investigations. Would you like to see the investigation involving you getting shot at that club be reopened?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The irony is there was a grand jury. We all had to go and speak at the grand jury. J-Lo testified at the grand jury, as did many other people. It needs to be reopened because if that is in fact the case, she carried the gun in and she lied to the grand jury. It needs to be reopened. My shooting, ironically, the night I went into the club, I had a comb in my pocketbook called the rat tail comb. People in the beauty industry or people that use that type of comb would be all too familiar. It's just a comb. It can't do anything to harm anyone. And I had the very security officer who lied during the trial, Sharice, I forget her last name, but she literally took it from me and kind of pushed me like, you can't take this thing. This is a weapon. She let other people in with guns. If someone had combed me 24 years ago, I'd be fine. You wouldn't even know my name. But having been shot by someone that was allowed to come into the gun when I couldn't bring in a comb, I would absolutely unequivocally like the case reopened. It needs to be reopened. And the saddest part for me is, had people taken what I said more seriously and listened more intently, 24 years worth of people probably would not have had to suffer.
Yeah, and I ask you this respectfully, just because I think people at home might be wondering, and I've never been shot, I can't imagine what that's like, but you know, in the chaos of that moment, and it's a club, and there's people all around, like, how can you be sure that it was actually P. Diddy?
Because I was standing by the front door, I watched the entire thing out. I had no reason to believe that it would escalate to a shooting. It was just male machismo and bravado at first. A lot of pushing and shoving, raised voices, hands, but then I saw them reach in their waist and draw from their hip. And I knew. I instantly turned to my friends and told them, be careful, watch out. And when I turned back, I know, and I've said it over and over, I've heard the voice of God, said, you are about to be calm down. And as I said, no, I looked straight forward ahead and I watched the muzzle flash from both of their guns and I felt the impact to my face instantly.
Wow.
There's no doubt in my mind who shot.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television.
I wonder if Gene Dill was at that.
Nah, it was Wolf.
It was Wolf. Oh, all right.
Yeah. So let me pull this other interview up. Matter of fact, before we do that, let's hop into a quick commercial break. And after that, we're gonna pull this other interview up that she did recently, just like 2-3 hours ago. All right. So we'll be right back after these messages.
Zeolite is one of the most amazing minerals of our age. Millions of people have been using detoxification supplements to remove harmful toxins, pollutants, heavy toxic metals, as well as to balance pH levels, lower the risk of viruses like cold and flu, support the immune system, and improve nutrient absorption. What is zeolite? Zeolite is a volcanic ash that forms over time when ash and lava react with alkalized water, resulting in a compound with a very strong cage-like structure and a negative charge. Zeolite is one of the most fascinating and powerful nature remedies available. Great to detox and balance your body. Health benefits of detoxing. The removal of excess heavy metals can improve overall health. Detoxification helps balance a body's pH levels. This product provides 30 capsules, 1 month supply, ships within 3 days. Purchase now at nightanddayNetmarket.com.
All right. We back. We back. All right. If you're looking for a great detox, make sure you head over to nightanddayNetmarket.com. The links is pinned to the top, and the links is throughout the chat. The mods is putting the links in the chat.
Guaranteed the best detox on the planet. Hands down.
Yes, indeed.
The best detox on the planet, hands down. Those of y'all in here who already been taking it, y'all already know. Let them know. It's definitely the best detox. It gets everything out. And there's no side effects. Like you don't get that detox withdrawal feeling when you detox and you feel like crap and you get that flu type feeling. You don't get none of that. But you definitely see that mucus coming out.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely, if you got parasites, you definitely see those coming out.
Facts.
You definitely see that phlegm coming up.
Right. Let's get rid of all of that.
Right. I mean, I don't know what you're waiting for if you haven't tried it yet. You know what I'm saying? So head over there. The links is pinned to the top.
All right. So this is the other interview that she did a few hours ago. This is the one where, I mean, let's go ahead.
It sound like Diddy. It sound like Diddy, and it seemed like he was on some real gangster stuff back in the day, for real. That's how everybody. That's the picture that everybody's painting. And I don't know, because you saying Keefy D over there saying that he put a hit out on Pac. You got someone else writing a book saying the night Diddy almost killed me, and saying that Diddy was out there with the goons. Then you got this chick saying that, you know what I mean, Diddy basically shot her in the nose, and then quick passed the burner off to J-Lo.
Right.
I don't know. It's wild out here, yo. I don't know. Let's get into this second interview and see what she's talking about.
Yeah.
It's crazy world. Crazy world. Yeah, that joint ain't playing. You can't hear that joint.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. I'm trying to get.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
I don't know why that shit ain't playing.
That's crazy to get hit up in the nose, though.
Right.
Sheesh.
Can y'all hear it now?
Nah.
Damn. What the hell going on with this shit, bro?
It's glitchy. Everything is glitchy right now. Period. Damn. Everything.
All right, let me see if I can play this shit. Let's share this again. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Yeah, we can hear it.
All right, good.
Just popped on. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right.
Supporters of Sean Diddy Combs have come forward since our interview with Tanya Reuben. And you remember we talked to her. She says that Diddy is the one who shot her at that club. But the supporters are now saying that Diddy didn't even want to take a plea deal in the 1999 club shooting because he was, quote, so sure of his innocence. They also said that information from someone who is claiming things that aren't true, who's looking for a payday. They said payday is not going to change that. Natanya Reuben joins us once again now. Natanya, we appreciate your time again. First of all, I want to know your reaction to these people now around Diddy who are coming out in support of him, saying that he was so sure of his innocence and that that's the reason he didn't take a plea deal in the case that you were involved in where you got shot.
So first and foremost, Brian, thank you for having me back on. And I give very little credibility to what they're saying because while everyone else is Monday morning quarterbacking, I am the survivor. And it is my assertion wholeheartedly that Mr. Combs was inappropriately charged originally. His charges should have mirrored that of Mr. Jamal Shyne Barrow. He should have been charged with attempted murder, a reckless endangerment, criminal possession of a weapon, and firing that weapon in an open environment.
And you bring up Shyne. One of the questions that I've gotten several times since the last time we spoke to you is that people want to know whether you believe that Shyne was convicted of a crime he didn't commit because he is the one who ultimately...
Absolutely not. Jamal Shyne Barrow admitted on the Combat Jack podcast back in the days.
I'm gonna bring that up.
Combat Jack. He admitted that he fired his gun and shot Julius Jones in the show. Mr. Combs did not have accountability for what he did. I physically, who better to tell you what happened than the person who got shot smack dab in between my eyes?
Back then, Natanya, do you feel like they had made up their mind about who they were going to blame for this before they even talked to you, or?
Listen, here's what I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Respectability politics. He was a notable figure. He was a multimillionaire. He had popularity, fame, all of a perfect storm of you get away with it. We know the country we live in. Unfortunately, those who have the money can oftentimes get away with their crimes. Unfortunately, and those who don't have the same social ranking are overlooked. And that's what it has.
Bro, for some reason, I believe her.
God saw fit to keep me whole, keep my mind sane and functioning, and keep me alive for such a time as this. And make no mistake, the gravity of the danger and the peril that I face.
Yeah, I believe her, bro. For sure.
Having my say now.
She said she's still getting threats because she came back out and spoke again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So and she gonna say some things in this. Let's get into it. Yo, please make sure y'all hit that like button. The shit is
smash that like button.
Definitely hit that like button.
Yeah, this is definitely breaking.
They
actually reopening this case. That goes to show you he definitely being targeted right now.
Right. Yep. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let's go on. Let's continue.
Clear beyond a shadow of a doubt. I am not now, nor have I ever been suicidal. I love life. And I'm grateful that God spared my life back on that fateful day on December 27th, 1999. I'm a living miracle.
Yeah, you are
and
clearly
so
a very sorry to interrupt you, but you are a very strong woman. I mean, that is very, very clear. And you have done your research, and you deserve to have your voice heard, which is one of the reasons.
And I think it's important for me to say I'm a healthy woman. I live a simple, quiet, risk-averse life. So if I should meet with an untimely demise, it would require and be worthy of deep investigation. I understand the peril of what I am exposing my life to. If
yeah,
God
it's disturbing to hear you say that. I mean, but
to have my say, it's disturbing for me to think it and feel it. But I am healthy. I don't have any intentions of going anywhere. I'm grateful that God spared me, and I plan to live out my life to see my children's lives.
So y'all see, she making it known that on national TV, she making it known if anything happened to me, y'all better start investigating it. She let you know right now what's going on. She's saying she's not suicidal. She's perfectly healthy. Everything. So if anything happened to her, you know what's going on. You know what I mean? Start the investigation. That's what she basically saying. Let's continue.
And realize.
Well,
I don't want to play against semantics.
We appreciate you coming on again, Natanya. I mean, I'm glad you were able to respond to this latest statement from people around Diddy, and we'll continue to give you a voice on this. So thank you, Natanya.
It's dismissive to think that if someone files a lawsuit that they should be ridiculed.
Yeah.
If I didn't suffer, I'm willing to have a doctor remove a part of the 9mm bullet in my face so that they can use it as evidence if need be for this trial. And
you would be willing to do that now?
I'm willing to do.
Oh my God.
So what do they have to say to that?
Yeah.
Okay. I have 9 bullets. I'm sure I can spare one.
Okay. Well, we'll be in touch. We'll see how this moves forward. There's a lot.
And she says she got 9 bullet fragments. She willing to spare one. You know what I mean? Yep. Make sure you hit that like button. Let's continue, man, because we about to go back. Yeah, we about to take it back now, real quick.
This is wild, bro.
About to take it back to the recap.
So she still got bullet fragments in her face. She pulled that out, and it matched the ballistic to the gun of Diddy's gun. Then why wasn't that done back then?
Like she said, nigga, well protected.
Police corrupt. That's what I'm saying.
Well protected, bro.
I mean, that's what's going on with this Tory and Megan case.
Yeah. Like all the evidence just disappeared for some reason.
You see how that stuff just repeats itself like it's a pattern?
Right. That man got charged with no damn evidence. The evidence came up missing. That's why his dad was going off in front of the courthouse.
Right.
Screaming at Rock Nation. You know what I mean?
And in the original report it was glass fragments in her foot, not bullet fragments.
Not bullet fragments, yep.
Right.
Wow.
That's insane. And no bullet fragments in the evidence room nowhere.
Oh. All right, so now we about to take it back. Take it back. All right, let me do this real quick. Ban it back up because they tripping. All right, so let's get into this. This is the whole recap rundown of, I mean, them niggas getting pulled over and all that. All right, let's get into this. Damn, this shit is like glitchy, bro.
Yeah, everything, bro.
Like
Everything is glitchy right now.
Shit is
everything.
glitchy.
On December 27th,
All right, let me know if y'all can hear that. Can y'all hear that?
1999, the high.
Yeah, we can hear it.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
On December 27th, 1999, the high-profile couple drew some unwanted attention. Around 11 p.m., Sean and Jennifer headed out to Club New York in Manhattan for a night of partying. Their entourage included newly signed rapper Jamal Shyne Barrow and Puffy's bodyguard, Anthony Wolf Jones. According to court documents, Combs traded insults inside the club with a man named Scar. The man allegedly threw money in Puffy's face. Suddenly, a fight broke out and gunshots were fired.
The entire event took 5 seconds from beginning to end, and it was complete chaos. And when it was over, some people were unfortunately injured, one person seriously injured.
According to police, Puffy and J-Lo then jumped into a 1999 Lincoln Navigator and sped away. When authorities caught up with the vehicle, Puffy and Jennifer were taken into custody. Lopez was later released without being charged. According to the police report, a handgun was discovered under the passenger seat, but Puffy faced charges.
Sean Combs, also known as Puff Daddy, and Anthony Jones, also known as Wolf, have been indicted today on weapons charges. The defendants are charged with criminal possession of a weapon in the second degree and third degrees for the possession of loaded 9mm guns.
In grand jury testimony, Combs' driver accused Sean of allegedly offering him $50,000 to claim the weapon as his own.
The jury now appears to be focusing on the gun possession and bribery charges against Sean Puffy Combs. This afternoon, jurors sent the judge 2 notes, one of which asked for a transcript of a phone message Combs left Wardell Fenderson, once his driver, now the prosecution's star witness. During the trial, Fenderson testified that Combs was armed the night of the shooting at Club New York and later pressured him to claim ownership of a pistol police found when they pulled over Combs' Lincoln Navigator as it fled the shooting.
And I just want to make you feel like comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Make your family feel comfortable.
What exactly Combs meant by that is in dispute. But the prosecution claims the rapper offered Fenderson $50,000 or a diamond ring to take the rap for the gun. The jurors also wanted to hear a readback of testimony relating to Combs' former girlfriend, actress-singer Jennifer Lopez, who was in the Navigator when it was stopped by police. An officer testified that everyone in the SUV was ordered to put their hands on the vehicle, but Lopez walked away, saying she was going home. As she was being detained, a gun was discovered in the vehicle. At that point, a sergeant on the scene ordered everyone who was in the vehicle under arrest. The officer quotes Lopez as saying, "It's not my gun."
Puffy pled not guilty on all counts.
Charges against me are 100% false, and hopefully due to time, we'll start to see that. Thank you very much.
Puffy was defiant, but stories in the press question his innocence and his image.
Some people started to think, like, was there just too much going on in the whole bad boy camp? Was there too much ego that would lead to violence?
The trial began in January 2001. Combs arrived at the courthouse with his attorneys, famed lawyers Ben Braffman and Johnny Cochran. Reporters swarmed.
Every single thing that he worked for and built, it was all on the line. He still had the proud walk, shoulders back, chin up. But you could see it all in his face that it was weighing on him.
Witnesses testified they saw both Puffy and rapper Jamal Shyne Barrow fire shots inside the club. The defense argued that Shyne acted alone and in self-defense. On March 1st, Combs took the stand.
It was probably one of the most intense moments I've ever witnessed in a courtroom. The tension in the air was so thick, I think you could actually feel it, touch it.
If convicted, the 31-year-old rap mogul faced 15 years behind bars. On March 16, 2001, after 3 days of deliberation, the jury announced their decision.
I was praying. I think Puffy was reading his Bible. And then Puffy's verdict was read, and it was 5 not guilties. I actually started to cry.
The jury did just the right thing, and I'd like to praise this jury. They were fantastic.
I just want to say I give all glory to God. I give all glory to God. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be able to walk out here to talk to y'all today. I'm just really, right now, I'm just very emotional.
Sean survived the trial, but his relationship with Jennifer Lopez did not. After dating for 18 months, the couple split.
Incredible stuff was happening in my career, and I was trying to focus on that. And at the same time, he was going through the trial. It was a lot of stuff to deal with all at once. Obviously, nobody really wants to be arrested or handcuffed or, go through all that kind of stuff. It's a really traumatic experience. I just kind of hit the wall and was just like, I can't do this.
Damn. So people were saying they seen him with the burner. So I don't understand how nigga was able
Diddy's the real ghost, bro.
Yeah,
Power was written about Diddy.
He was able to smooth his way out of that with John. And Sean did the 10 years for it, bro. Dang.
According to the lady, they all were shooting.
Yeah, it was three.
Shyne
They
was
said it was
shooting.
3 guns.
Everybody was shooting.
They shooting made you look slave
I'm
to the
telling you,
page in my
people was
rhyme
even
book.
saying J-Lo pulled had a piece and she was shooting. She probably threw hers in the sewer.
They shooting.
Diddy, the
Made you
idiot that
look.
brought it into the car and put it under the seat. J-Lo said, "You ain't."
But
J-Lo said, "You ain't throw your burner in the
in the
in
sewer.
the gutter."
They
Nah,
shooting. Made
that's
you
why she
look.
said it ain't mine, because she knew she threw hers in the sewer.
Right. Dang.
She threw hers down the storm drain.
All right, so I wanted to get so yeah, so oh damn, let me pull this up. Let me see if I can grab this real quick. Cause all right, let me see if I can pull
Yeah,
this up.
you know J-Lo from the BX. That's Jenny from the block, so she know what to do. She know what to do with the burner.
Jenny from the block with the Glock.
You know what I mean? Jenny from the block with the Glock. Yeah.
Jenny from the block with the Glock. Dang, bro.
Right.
So yeah, she said I'm willing to take the bullet fragment out just so, you know what I mean, for the trial. Damn. And sheesh.
Man, she willing to do what Megan Thee Stallion can't do. That's crazy.
You said what Megan. Right.
Hey.
Right.
She about to do what Megan can't even do.
Right.
Wow. And hers happened in 99.
Facts. All right, let me see if I
You know
can
what I mean?
pull
Megan's is still fresh and she still can't pull no bullet fragments out.
Nope. All right, let me see if I can pull this up.
It's crazy, man. This world is wild. Don't worry, Tori. Diddy be in there soon.
Right.
The way things is looking out here, he definitely gonna have some company.
All right, so Natanya did a documentary like a while ago, and I guess she had a clip from when Shyne speaking from the jail this time. I guess this was the time he was in jail, and saying how cool he was with her. Like, I didn't even know that they knew her. You know what I'm saying? And he was basically breaking down how they all used to be in the studio together and all that. So let me play this clip real quick. You know what I'm saying? Get this sound.
For the Natanya Reuben, that was my homegirl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we knew Natanya. We used to go to the studio with her, and everything was everything. Although we don't know if it was my gun, you know, that hit her with the ricochet, because it was like 4 other guns. And it was a terrible situation because, like I said, she was my friend.
4 other guns.
I'm sorry that she had.
Bro, he said 4 other guns there.
I mean, J-Lo had one, Diddy had one, Wolf had one, and Shyne had one. They all had guns, bro. I know J-Lo was packing one.
Damn, that nigga said it was
They
4.
they all had them burners, man.
They all had them. Let's continue.
Honestly, living on stolen time, and in some weird turn of events like Final Destination, that I won't wake up.
It's a number that is almost incomprehensible, especially when so many of the victims are teenagers.
Major heartbreak in South LA this morning.
Yeah. So,
well, at least when Diddy go to jail, he ain't got to look up BBCs on the internet no more and have them ordered. He be right in prison with a bunch of them, so he be good. He ain't gonna need his girls to order up some BBCs from on the internet.
Some damn BBCs.
He gonna be right around them Jones, chilling like
24/7.
He be alright.
24/7, bro.
And like we said, we can't confirm or deny any of this. We don't know anything. You know what I mean? We don't know if he did or he didn't. You know what I mean? But if he went to jail, you know what I mean, he be good. As far as that, that side of things.
I know, right, Melanie? No Diddy. No Diddy. You know what I'm saying? No Diddy. All right, so we're gonna jump forward to this Fat Joe and Shyne interview when Shyne hopped on Fat Joe's live stream. So let's go ahead and get into this.
Shyne.
All right, let me go ahead and give it a little speedery so we can.
Yeah. When that happened, when that incident you allegedly did that, did you feel as if you were in fear for your life, or was you protecting your friends?
I was in fear for my life.
What would make you think, in top of the world, you in there with Puff,
because
J-Lo?
Scar, listen, no. Scar, who was the instigator, I know Scar from Brooklyn. Those are my guys. I didn't really have a problem with them. That wasn't my beef. That was Puff's issue. They had a problem with Puff for whatever reason. I don't know what their problem was with Puff. I'm not saying that it was a legitimate problem.
What up, though?
What I'm saying to you is,
Scar, Nino, and the entire Brooklyn crowd was in Club New York. I seen them. It was all love. But when they started arguing with Puff, I know what these Brooklyn guys are capable of. I know what Scar is capable of. I knew what Nino was capable of. I know. My charger. I know what happens once these arguments start. You know, when these arguments start, you know, it becomes a problem. I'm just trying to charge my phone.
What I'm saying to you,
Shyne. Once Scar starts saying, you know, I'm gonna kill you, you know, you DOA, you know, once he starts talking crazy, yeah, I became afraid for my life. I know what happens, you know, once he says, you know, it's about to happen, you know, it's about to happen. And I seen somebody reach for a gun, and I reached for my weapon, and I defended my friends and myself, because once he starts firing, once whoever else out the gun starts firing, it doesn't stop there.
So Shyne, you don't think, Shyne, you don't think I'm over here with Puffy? There's two ways to think of it. I'm over here with Puffy. I'm over here with J-Lo, the biggest, richest stars in the world. This shit gonna be on CNN, or do you just react at the time like, yo,
I'm thinking about saving my life. I'd rather be tried by 12 than carried by 6.
And how did Puffy take it at the moment? Did he take it as, yo, you fucking my shit up doing that, or thank you for saving my life?
You know, I think for him, it was more, you know, he's a corporation, and he's just thinking about the corporation. So obviously, you know, something like that affects the corporation terribly. But at the time, I was just thinking life or death. You know, so we didn't have an opportunity for him to say thank you for saving my life, for saving Jennifer's life, you know, for saving all our lives, because he was thinking about, you know, the corporation. You know, that put the corporation.
Do you think he thinks you jumped the gun? Do you think he thinks you jumped the gun?
You know, you'd have to ask him that. You could ask me, do I think I jumped the gun? And my answer is absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And so now you in trial, one of the most legendary trials in the world.
Yeah.
You fighting for your life, Puffy fighting, Wolf fighting. And we ain't got to go into detail, but I feel like you felt like the other lawyers was like, yo, my guy ain't do it. Maybe that guy did it. That's the word on the street. That's
absolutely what it was. You know, and you know, Puff apologized. He did apologize to me for that, you know, when we met in Paris. And, you know, he did say, you know, he could have handled it better, but he was under a lot of pressure, you know, from the lawyers, you know, to throw me under the bus. And that's exactly what, you know, Benjamin Brafman and Johnny Cochran and the entire Dream Team.
What up,
that was their position, you know, because, again, Puff was a corporation.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. I want to get to this. You know what I mean? Because I'm taking y'all back through the, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people.
He said the lawyers conspired to basically throw him under the bus.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And Diddy tries to blame it on the lawyers like he wasn't a part of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talking about the lawyers was pressuring him.
He threw that man under the bus, bro.
Right.
He threw that man under the bus.
Because he felt, because Diddy mindset was, I'm more important than him. I'm the face of the company, so he needs to do the time.
Right.
Because Diddy feel like, you know, I'm the cash cow.
He Shyne be like, nigga, I want $1 million for every year I gotta spend in there, nigga. 10 years, I want 10 years.
He should have been, Shyne
make sure my family good.
compensated.
I mean, make sure my family good. I want 10 million For every
He
year,
should
I
have been
want $1 million a
compensated for
year.
that for sure.
Because he would have made that if he was out. Shyne was hot at the time. Shyne music was hot, bumping all through the streets. So we know he would have made that 10 million. Like, all right, now I gotta sit down for you, sir. I want $1 million a year.
Yeah, he could have gave him that easy.
You know what I'm saying?
And gave him all the rights, his publishing.
I think any real nigga would have said that, like, yo, I want $1 million a year. I got to
And his publishing.
Don't
forget that. Don't forget that. Not just the money and his publishing, bro. Everything.
Dang. So he supposed to be the artist. He end up being Diddy's bodyguard that damn night himself, and he the damn artist. The artist and the owner should be protected. I mean, the artist and the owner should have been protected. Like, how the hell did the artist end up being security that night? Shit, crazy, bro. All right, so we gonna hop back.
A bunch of Negroes that can't shoot because they started shooting innocent people. They didn't even have nothing to do with it.
I mean, they shooting in a closed space, a club.
Right.
That's like a closed space.
Yeah, that's a very bad idea.
It's crazy. Right,
I mean, to tell you the truth, if Diddy was really worried about his brand like that, he should have left. If he knew it was getting like that, he should have just left. And his security team should have convinced him to leave.
Right.
Because they supposed to protect against liabilities too. So that's a liability. You in there with somebody that you know is dangerous and y'all don't like each other. Put your ego to the side and leave, man.
All right. Let me know if y'all can hear this because we've been having difficulties with this. So let me know.
She was crying a lot.
It's playing, yeah.
She was
All right, it's playing. All right.
Yep.
All right, so this got to get in the archives for this joint. This is a true E Hollywood joint, the true Hollywood E. They did the whole rundown on J-Lo, the whole Puffy and J-Lo thing, but then the aftermath after that. So let's go and get into
Probably
this.
what was going through her mind is her career flashing before her eyes.
And later, enough's enough.
I just kind of hit the wall and was just like, I can't do this anymore.
On December 27, 1999, Jennifer Lopez, Sean Puffy Combs, and Puffy's 19-year-old rap protege, Jamal Shyne Barrow, walked into Club New York, a Manhattan night spot near Times Square.
It was not a private event. Jennifer Lopez was here, Puffy Combs was here. There were a lot of professional athletes here. It was a great party.
It was weird that Puff and Jennifer were at that club because that was kind of like a very regular hip hop club. No A-list celebrities go down.
We had a bunch of ballers in there and a couple of them that were just being extremely antagonistic towards Puffy and his group of friends. From that point forward, alcohol kept flowing and tension kept building.
Puffy and Shyne allegedly got into an argument with another partier shortly before 3 a.m. Someone tossed a wad of cash at Combs as a sign of disrespect. Suddenly, all hell broke loose.
And at some point, one of those people in that group fired off guns and other gunfire was had.
Shyne was among the shooters.
It was a scary thing to have happen to you, to be standing somewhere where bullets go past your head.
Panic spread throughout the club. Jennifer got lost in the chaos.
Everybody scattered so fast, she realized that Puffy, the bodyguards, everybody's like, she's there by herself. And someone, managed to get her out of there.
Inside, 3 people lay wounded. Outside, Lopez found Combs. According to police reports, the couple jumped into the backseat of his SUV. Puffy's driver and his bodyguard were in front. Officers arrived as the SUV pulled away. They ordered the driver to stop. Instead, he swerved around a patrol car and led cops on an 11-block chase. Police finally forced the SUV to pull over. Officers discovered a loaded gun on the front seat. Meanwhile, back at the club, detectives slapped the cuffs on Shyne.
Everybody was booked, including Jennifer Lopez. They spent the night in the precinct.
She was crying a lot. She was a mess. Probably what was going through her mind is her career flashing before her eyes.
Obviously, nobody really wants to be.
Yeah, I think he might have got. I think he might have got some compensation. Maybe.
Go through all that kind of stuff.
We really don't know. We really don't know if he got compensated for that. We don't know. He really never mentioned about getting compensated for it or getting any type of payment.
He wouldn't mention about that though.
Nah, he wouldn't mention it. Nah. So it
He
was
would
never
say
known.
nothing about that.
Yeah, it was never mentioned to the public if he got compensated or not. So
I mean, he did say Diddy try to make amends with him when he came back up here from
yeah, he did.
Bailey's.
Yeah.
It was like a couple years ago, right before all these allegations came out.
Right, because remember he's at his house eating dinner and
He
all
was at
that.
his house eating dinner. Yup. Diddy was showing off the watches and whatnot. Yeah.
Nah, that's when he was going in on the Richard Millie Jones saying they trash. He don't really like
It
the
was
good
all
bitches.
that was in the same time. All that was in the same
Same
time.
video.
Yeah.
Yup.
Experience.
Facts. So yeah, I don't know. It was never made public. AT2, rather he got compensated for that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and continue this. Let's get it. Let's get it. Shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all smash that like button, man. Shout out to the mods, man. We appreciate y'all for holding us down. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Melanie Jones Says So on YouTube. Go subscribe to her channel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna keep
You know
this
what's
show
crazy
going.
about Shyne though? He's actually a politician down there right now in Belize. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Right. Turned his life around through the whole complete 360. Because his pops was
360, right?
Yeah. Because his pops was, a political figure in Belize. So he picked up the torch. You know what I mean?
Police charged Sean Puffy Combs and Jennifer Lopez with felony gun possession. Shyne was accused of attempted murder and assault. Both men were released on bail. Charges against Lopez were dropped.
The reason Miss Lopez was dismissed is because if you or I went into a car and sat in the back seat and a gun was found in the front, all cases would be dismissed.
I want to say to you all face to face, I had nothing to do with a shooting that night in a nightclub, nor did Jennifer.
Still, the tabloids kicked into overdrive.
There were guns, there was a shooting, there was a car chase, and Jennifer Lopez was prominently part of this picture. And she suddenly looked like a gangsta.
She wasn't in trouble for anything, but you can't get away from the media coverage of how she was involved in the situation.
The bad press KO'd a relationship already on the ropes.
Even if the two had been in love and were tight, they were fighting a big monster, and the monster was his charges and the paparazzi following them. It was getting on her nerves.
It's like, okay, I was in the club, somebody fired some guns, I didn't do anything. Now, I got a great record. Judge me on that.
In January 2000, 30-year-old Lopez received a different kind of verdict. She was honored with 2 American Music Award nominations for her debut album, On the Six. The following month at the Grammys, Jennifer dropped the fashion equivalent of an atom bomb.
The dress was moving all over the place. It was open up to here, of course, very, very open on the front to the belly. And nobody understood why the dress stayed on. It was like an extreme contrast between, look at me, but you can look that much.
I didn't think it was so much or that much different than anything else she had worn up to that point. I remember seeing it the very first time on the red carpet, and it didn't strike me so, that's a mind-blowing dress. It didn't seem like such a huge deal to me.
And the minute she came in, the eyes of the camera, the public were all on her, and she felt so comfortable. That was the best thing, the way she wore the dress.
She wore that dress because Puffy was in a little bit of trouble then, and it was a way to sort of deflect attention from him because you were looking nowhere but right there.
Jennifer's barely there Versace gown did more than raise eyebrows on the red carpet. The dress caused a sensation on the Grammy website. More than 600,000 fans downloaded pictures of Lopez at the event.
Yeah, that dress then took on a life of its own. The Oscars that year, the South Park guy showed up dressed up in a Versace dress.
I thought it was funny because, the Grammys were just like a month before, so it was a fresh, nice little joke for them.
Dance, that's it. Dance!
There were plenty of smiles on the set of Jen's next film, too. Matthew McConaughey played Lopez's love interest in The Wedding Planner, a romantic comedy.
In 5 minutes, we were already had nicknames, punching each other, juking each other. So it was already like, okay, there's a rapport here.
It was like the best time I ever had on a set. It was fun going to work every day, and, there was a lot of laughter.
But Jennifer's real-life romance wasn't going as smoothly. Tension grew with Puffy.
The night of the shooting, that was kind of the beginning of the end of their relationship.
Right.
Because it then became dangerous for her career to be involved with him. And that's all that anybody would talk about was the upcoming court trial and these charges.
People were just incessantly talking about it. What was going on? What was J-Lo's connection? What is she doing caught up in this kind of a mess?
Publicly, Lopez stood by her man.
She's one of the most beautiful people in the world, and I'm a pretty nice guy myself.
In the spring of 2000,
All
Jennifer
right.
flew to Canada to film Angel Eyes. Lopez received $9 million, her biggest paycheck to date.
Jennifer Lopez was able to command big bucks because she was delivering.
Then Jennifer switched gears to work on a new album.
In November, production began on the music video for the first single, Love Don't Cost a Thing.
We had 8-hour rehearsals.
She got $9 million for that
just going to be
joint?
the hardcore, best hip-hop video and dance that you've ever seen. I got like 6 of the best guys that I could find that would fit the profile.
The Lucky Six included a 31-year-old dancer named Chris Judd.
When she saw his photograph, she had
that's when she started getting involved with that.
Met on the set of Love Don't Cost a Thing. Puffy was in and out, and Chris and Jennifer caught each other's eyes, and there was definite chemistry.
It was great because, we're on the same wavelength. He understands me.
Once the video was finished, she chose a couple dancers to tour with her in the European Music Video Awards.
Once again, Chris Judd made the cut.
They got to be really close flying around doing those things. So they became very good friends, and that's when it all started.
Throughout the promotional tour, you could see that there was some interest in electricity from both of them.
One evening, the sparks really began to fly.
She took all of her people out to dinner, and he says, "Oh, let's go take a walk." And he kissed her that night.
By the time we got back here into the stage, if not fully blown, it was the beginning of a romance.
Jennifer Lopez wanted to date Chris Judd. Chris Judd wanted to date Jennifer Lopez, but she was still with Puffy.
Maybe she was just staying with him because of all the publicity. But there were lots of stories of she and Chris, and people would see them every once in a while, like kind of stealing moments.
On January 8, 2001, Jennifer performed at the American Music Awards. Chris Judd was one of her dancers. 2 weeks later, Lopez's second album went on sale. This time, the title was personal.
I named my album J-Lo, because I like the fact that the fans actually nicknamed me that.
Even Guadalupe Lopez got in on the craze.
My mother has a real thing with the J-Lo thing. I'm sorry, J-Lo. You know what I mean? Ma, don't call me J-Lo, all right?
J-Lo, the album, debuted at #1 on the Billboard charts. That same week, The Wedding Planner opened #1 at the box office. Lopez made entertainment history.
She's apparently the first woman ever to have a #1 film, The Wedding Planner, and #1 album on the same weekend.
It was pretty cool professionally with the whole #1 album and #1 movie, doing something that nobody's ever done before. So that was a big highlight.
But the celebration was soon overshadowed by the sobering reality of a criminal trial. Sean Puffy Combs faced the possibility of 15 years in jail on charges of gun possession and bribery.
This incredible stuff was happening in my career, and I was trying to focus on that. And at the same time, he was going through the trial. It was a lot of stuff to deal with all at once.
Coming up. Here.
Yep. And that's when she started separating herself from that situation. I mean, it wasn't looking good for her image. So they start, they start separating J-Lo from that. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no, that didn't look good for her. That looked
good.
Real bad. That looked real bad for her image. That looked real bad for everybody's image at that point.
Right. Yep.
Man, Shyne took that. Man,
yeah, exactly.
Hey, man, he's a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
And they just basically all just made it look like he jumped the gun.
Right.
And that's why Fat Joe said that. Because that probably was the story that Diddy was saying and that the lawyers made up. Like, oh, it probably wouldn't have got to that level with Shyne didn't pull his gun out first and do this and do that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think about it. The other people who had guns was probably Security and Diddy.
Yeah, he told him he got to take one for the team.
Right.
I mean,
they convinced him. That it wasn't, like we said, $1 million each year he had to take.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all his publishing. To all his music that he did with Bad Boy,
Right.
All of that.
Everything.
Yeah, all of that should have been his.
Yep.
I mean, that's just what you do.
Yeah, if you're a stand-up individual,
Right. Because the reason why he takes the fall because Diddy is the cash cow. He ain't gonna send the cash cow to prison.
Right.
So since the cash cow is gonna be out still getting cash, I mean, some of that can go to Shyne for taking the fall.
Right. Exactly.
Especially, the ownership of his music.
Yep.
And the bread.
And the bread.
Yeah, and the bread. Right, 4 guns, but Shyne is the only one that goes down like he was the only shooter. So Shyne got the best aim because he hit everybody that got hit. Shyne was the only. Shyne is the only one with the aim, so he was the best security.
Crazy, right?
Right?
Right.
Damn.
So Shyne, I think it's other than a couple of radio phoners here and there. I mean, this is the first time people have heard from you in quite a long time. I guess the most important thing I think people first want to know is how are you doing?
I mean, you hear me? This is not to me what it is to everybody else. It's a journey. I've already been 4 years, so I already got a system, and I already understand that the ultimate goal is to return to the town. And I just spend every day trying to accomplish that.
Can I ask you about being incarcerated? How would you describe the reality for those who might think they know what it's like?
Oh no, this thing is for real. Like, this thing is serious. This is life or death. You dying here. You could die in here. They probably won't find your body for a couple of days. You understand? So this is not anything to take for granted and think that you're gonna come here and you're gonna get a record deal, you're gonna get a joint venture. That's not what I was thinking about. This is just like the town, even worse.
The seriousness of Shyne's surroundings hasn't stopped him from working on music. On August 10th, from behind bars, Shyne will release his second album, Godfather Buried Alive. It's a record influenced as much by Shyne's previous life on the streets as it is his current reality in prison.
Being here is like being dead, because you got people that ain't going home ever. So their life is over. That's why I say buried alive. And when you got to do it, they got life. He don't care. He'll rip your heart out.
So how did Shyne, a young MC on the verge of success, end up in a place like this? His life, it seems, turned on a single moment in time. It was known as the Puffy trial. It was his bad boy protege, Shyne. The flashpoint for the trial, December 27th, 1999. Club New York in the heart of Times Square, where Puffy, his girlfriend at the time, J-Lo, and Shyne arrived for a night on the town. Witnesses say a clubgoer instigates a confrontation with Puffy, a confrontation that ultimately leads to violence. The allegations? That Puffy had a gun and that Shyne fired a gun, with both fleeing the scene after 3 people were injured.
I was shot in my face.
Though they were both on trial, Shyne was often overshadowed by his headline-grabbing co-defendant. Puffy, whose high-profile relationship with Jennifer Lopez would end during the trial, proclaimed innocence to charges of gun possession and bribery.
I'm totally innocent. I did not have a gun.
The accusations against Shyne, though, were more dire. Gun possession, reckless endangerment.
I didn't think everybody seen you with the damn John. Like, I didn't. You're in a club full of people, everybody can see. What the hell? In a crowded space saying I ain't have a gun. Nigga, you got people already said. That's why I understand how niggas got. You was able to slip through that, bro. The bread was long.
Bread was long.
Bread was long. No Diddy. No Diddy.
Oh, no Diddy. Nah, but for real though, you gotta think about it. He was paying a lot of people off.
Hell yeah.
A lot of people.
Then he had Cochran though. Yeah, he had Johnny Cochran.
He had the best lawyer team on the planet.
It's crazy, right?
You know what I'm saying? So you know how it worked.
But now all his defense has been taken away. Now you speed it up to date. It ain't the same, bro.
Yeah, assault, attempted murder. Shyne's attorneys admitted their client fired his weapon, but claimed self-defense from a mysterious gunman. The trial would put a strain on the once tight bond between Puffy and Shyne. And it became even more pronounced when after 6 weeks in front of a jury, a verdict finally came down.
The verdict is in.
Puffy, not guilty on all counts. Shyne, guilty on everything but attempted murder and sentenced to 10 years in prison.
I take it you probably don't give a lot of thought or think much anymore about that night at Club New York, 1999.
I had dreams sometimes I'm being killed, and I can't reach for my gun, that I'm being shot, and I can't reach for my gun, because I'm still suffering from post-traumatic stress syndrome. Overall, like I said, I put that into a box.
Need some CBD smoke for PSTD.
Facts.
Some CBD smoke. Matter of fact, y'all ain't shop with us yet. Make sure y'all head over to nightanddaynetmarket.com. We got the best detox on there. We got 25% off on the CBD, and also we got buy one pack and get a pack free.
Yeah, with the CBD cigarettes.
CBD cigarettes. Yeah, with the CBD herbal cigarettes, buy a pack and get one free. So make sure y'all head over there.
25% off. So yeah, that's a good deal right there.
Fact. Damn, you get the 25% off and you get a free pack. Damn.
Right.
So head over there and support, man. We're gonna keep this show rocking. All right, appreciate y'all. Let's get it.
A box of destiny. All of that stuff was meant to happen.
Natanya Reuben, the shooting victim most seriously injured that night, might feel differently. But when contacted by MTV News, she declined comment.
I don't want to be a bad guy. I don't want to be a tough guy. Not at all, but I had to do the things that I had to do. In that club that night, I had to pull my gun out. I didn't pull it out and wave it around and say, somebody want a piece of me. Somebody was trying to pop my head off. So I had to do that.
Shyne's proclamation of self-defense was central to his case, yet Shyne never took the stand and never named who he was defending himself from. It's a crucial detail that could have altered his fate, but it would also have violated Shyne's own adherence to the code of the streets.
What I think is important for some people to understand is why, if you could have helped yourself out by identifying someone else or providing other information when you were on the stand, why you wouldn't do that?
Because I wasn't built like that. You know, there's certain rules that that you abide by. And this is the way I was brought up. That you don't sacrifice anybody in order to spare yourself.
Far from this prison, Shyne made his name on the streets of Brooklyn. And although much of the world first got to know him through that trial, sitting in court as Puffy's co-defendant, there's a story behind the life of Jamal Barrow, one that MTV News first told 3 years ago, shining a light on the then 22-year-old MC.
There's no denying that Jamal Shyne Barrow has had a tough life. Born in Belize, he's the illegitimate son of a powerful politician, a dad who was mostly absent. His mother, a local woman, eventually moved with Shyne from Belize to the rough East Flatbush section of Brooklyn, where the boy learned a whole new life on the street very quickly.
For me, it was like I grew up where, lives ain't mean nothing. Like I really woke up, going outside knowing, I might die today.
A testament to the harsh reality the young Shyne discovered in this country is the 6-inch scar across his chest.
I mean, I got shot. I wasn't no club, I was just in the streets, no hood around the way, drama pop off.
Shyne feels it was a God-given talent for rhyme that steered him away from further trouble and eventually landed him a straight-off-the-streets audience with some top industry record executives.
He rapped for me over the phone. I thought he had a lot of talent, a lot of potential.
Shyne's obvious promise sparked a major hip-hop bidding war and is rumored to have earned the then 17-year-old rapper a 6-figure signing bonus when he finally decided to go with Puffy Combs' Bad Boy label.
It's a bad boy thing.
But Shyne was controversial right from the beginning, with detractors complaining that his voice was way too reminiscent of the late Biggie Smalls.
Another charge.
The rapper clearly had a violent streak, too, having done time as a kid for robbery. In July of 1999, as an adult, he was charged with assaulting a man on a basketball court. Although Shyne's lawyers admitted he fired a gun in Club New York, they claimed self.
Yeah, Puff definitely did try to, replace Big, keep that same thing going, with the voice. You know what I mean? He definitely, because that when Shyne first came out, everybody was like, damn, this nigga sound like Big. He sound like Biggie. He sound like Biggie. But then when you got used to hearing him, when his album came out, you start hearing him on mixtape. Like then, we like, nah, he don't sound like Biggie no more. You know what I mean? To us, you know what I'm saying? But then when he first came on the scene, the psyche of people missing Biggie made us, tune in to Shyne because he sounded like it. You know what I'm saying? But then that eventually, eventually wore off, and then he came into his own identity. No Diddy.
Self-defense, and the rapper and his mother hoped the jury would buy his story.
Jamal wasn't in Club New York to kill anyone or hurt anyone. He was there defending himself.
Yeah, because Big was Jamaican, and he's from Belize, so that whole island thing right there. You know what I'm saying? So that was the Puff. I guess Puff wanted to keep that whole thing consistent. You know what I'm saying? To keep the bread coming in.
Like I always pray, and I never ask that I don't suffer. I just ask that I'm allowed to endure my sufferings. So whatever sufferance is, being accused of something I didn't do, whatever sufferance is, having to prove, my credibility in my music, whatever sufferance is, having to watch my mother struggle and suffer, I just thank God for always allowing me to endure it. And I can't, distrust him now.
I remember a couple years ago in an interview, you told us that if you asked anything of God, it wasn't to spare you from, difficulties, but it was to help you endure those difficulties. Do you still feel that way? I mean, this has got to be one of the biggest challenges you've ever faced.
Absolutely. And he did exactly what I asked him. Mm-hmm. When I came through these gates, like I said, there was the why. Was I doing something wrong? Mm-hmm. Was I not supposed to be a rapper? Was I supposed to do something else? Like, what's happening? Let me know something. And when songs after songs, and not just songs, I'm talking about I got albums, man. Sequence song 1 through 12, just like Godfather Buried Alive. When all that started happening organically,
right?
I understood. He dig that I have been given all the power I need, and this is what I'm here for. Because dudes live their whole life for this. Dudes they make one album, can't even get started on the other one. I got 10 in my head.
While he was a street star in the making before he went into prison, inside, Shyne, sometimes referred to as Shyne-Ho, has tried to downplay his celebrity.
I don't function like that. Like I'm 0183886 to them, you dig? So when I walk around, I don't walk around like, I'm Shyne Poe. I walk around like, I got to handle what I got to handle, and that's that.
Seeing Shyne in prison, it was striking how much his demeanor had changed. He was more soft-spoken and wore glasses, barely resembling the brash, hardened MC we had once seen him as. Sometimes evoking his religious beliefs, Shyne was born Jewish, it appeared he had matured inside the prison's gates.
Can you give people some idea what a day is like, in your life right now?
For me, like I said, it's not that for me. Like, I don't do anything here that I wouldn't do out in the town, really, because even on the town, like I said, I was a guy that fasted and was making my music. So that's what I do. I make music, I get on the phone when I'm allowed to and handle my BI. Go to the yard. I used to run in Central Park. I run in the yard here. I guess the greatest change in my life is letting go. Because I'm Hebrew, so like I don't use the phone on Fridays to Saturday nights. You dig? And, I kind of used to do that on the town because I used to fast on the town for like 48 hours. A lot of people don't know that. I used to fast 48 hours a week. You understand? But just let it go. Just not watching TV, not listening to what's happening out there. That's the greatest change.
The change goes even further. Shyne says that the person we see today is the real Jamal Barrow. And that scarred, gun-toting, thugged-out bad boy, a character he created for the rap game.
I don't want to be a bad guy. I don't want to be a tough guy. I don't like that part of me. I want to change that part of me. I want to get to the point in life where, I couldn't hurt a fly. Even these mobsters that a lot of us rap about, homicide isn't good for business. There's certain things that aren't good for business. All this beefing and all this tough guy, all this antics, it's not good for business.
Or is it? Shyne's album, Godfather Buried Alive, speaks to the contrary. It doesn't reflect the mature, wiser Shyne we saw at the Clinton Correctional Facility. Instead, his album is filled with the bold, tough guy braggadocio of his pre-prison days, with Shyne taking aim at a new nemesis. During the anguish of his 2001 trial for attempted murder, Shyne found solace in the one place he felt most comfortable, the studio. While making court appearances by day, Shyne spent his nights recording a catalog of new songs.
Everything moving past the Shyne album is soul music because I finally grew and found my soul. So like when I started making these records and I started going to the studio, you go in the studio and you're sitting in the court all day and you're facing 25 years, like lights out. You did whatever you do just has a honesty that
I bet you it wasn't his idea to sound like Biggie. Puff probably made him sound like Biggie real quick. You know what I mean? Because he don't even strike me as a copycat type of nigga. Yeah, he ain't no copycat type of nigga. He don't seem like
Puff is really controlling in the studio. So
so Puff made him sound like Biggie, bro. Because
remember how he was on making the band, how he was on them.
Yeah. Right. So I'm like, all right. Puff had to put him up to it to make him, make him sound like Biggie. Because he don't sound like he don't strike me as some copycat type of nigga. That's why he said, I found my own soul. I found my own voice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like a one-time deal. All right, I sound like Biggie this one time for you for the single, but nigga, I ain't doing that shit again, nigga. Because I got to pay respect. I'm from Brooklyn. He from Brooklyn. I got to pay respects to this nigga. I got to walk the streets.
That's crazy.
Same streets where Biggie grew up at. And you trying to make me sound like this nigga? Like, yeah, that's crazy, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he ain't like people sounding like how they wanted to sound. He wanted people to sound like he wanted them to sound.
Right.
Yeah.
Within yourself, you dig? So when I'm going in the studio, I don't care what this one. I'm not thinking about nothing. I'm crying on the mic. Like this is what I'm feeling. So everything you hear is like my soul. Like I'm just pouring my soul out over these beats.
While behind bars, Shyne negotiated the buyback of those trial-era recordings from Bad Boy, the label he was once signed to, and the one owned by his co-defendant, Sean Puffy Combs. With that music back in his own hands, industry types were soon buzzing.
Labels.
Oh, so he bought his his rights back from Puff. You know what I mean? Bought his music back from the nigga.
Have been courting me, I guess, pretty much from like the first year of my incarceration. You dig? Started with the more subsidiary labels like the Suge Knights and the Herbs, and you dig. And I didn't want to put out a record at the time. I really wasn't interested. I was gonna wait till I touched the town, but it just kept building up. Like this year these people would rap about me. Then that year, the next year these people would rap about me. Then then Jay would call and say, yo, what's up? Throw my hat in the ring. Then Nelly would call. Like it just became an animal. And larger and larger. Magazines just kept writing about it. Well, China's going to be, it's 2004 going to be his year. Then there were rumors that I was getting a bail and I was going to be out. Like it just spun out of control. You did, and then I just came to the conclusion that I was being selfish. There's this vast demand for Shyne. Right. You dig, and I have these records that I love, but nobody ever got to hear. Why not let them hear it?
Remind me of SH0T. That ain't putting out an album. Niggas calling them up, forcing them like, yo, when you gonna put the damn album out? Saying Nas calling them up, Diddy calling them up, Jay-Z. You know what I mean? People in the industry like SH0T. When you gonna put an album out? Nigga ain't never put no album out. But then you see him doing a split album with Jay and shit. You know what I mean? There's a lot of these niggas that be real talented, but don't be really one. I know he's doing the religion thing and all that. I know doing the Islam thing. So he ain't really want to put no music out, but so he was dipping in and out of the music.
Who was on the Islam thing?
SH0T.
Oh, all right, yeah.
I mean, cause remember, Just Blaze produced the whole album for him, but they never put it out. They only put out those exhibit songs, exhibit A, B, and C. That was it. But then he popped up and did that album with Jay. I mean, then
right.
More lust, big things, more lust, big stars and big cars, more lust. I can say I've seen it all, done it all, more lust.
In April of this year, Shyne signed a highly publicized deal for his new album, Godfather Buried Alive. The project is part of a joint venture between his own Gangland label and Def Jam, reportedly worth $3 million.
I wasn't signing as an artist. So anybody that want to talk to me as an artist, just don't talk to me at all. I'm not working for anyone anymore. I'm the boss.
The biggest mystery surrounding Shyne's new CD is exactly how one records an album while serving 10 years in a maximum security prison.
Let me ask you about Godfather Buried Alive. And one of the main questions I think people have about the record is the time frame that this music was written in. Is the majority of the music on the album stuff that you'd already recorded, or is it stuff that's been done more recently?
I can't really get into that. You dig? It doesn't matter. I can't get into it, but it doesn't matter.
Why is it? Can you tell me why you're not supposed to really talk about?
No, I just don't. It's not something. Yeah, because like some of the stuff has been there, but I really don't like more or less Kanye West did that. So once again, it just shows how ahead of everything the music I was making then or now is. Like it's still all relevant. That's the hottest producer in the game, and he happened to produce that record.
Obviously, a question that a lot of people are wondering is how you record your tracks, how you record vocals when you're in prison.
Yeah, you don't record vocals when you're in prison.
Did you not do some stuff over the phone or in a? Okay.
I guess this ain't just music. The jail only made me much more ruthless.
Shyne's evasiveness may leave the age and origin of his new music in doubt, but there's little uncertainty surrounding the centerpiece track, For the Record, a song in which Shyne sizes up one of the biggest rappers in the game.
For the Record, at least in part, really seems to go after 50 Cent. Can you talk a bit about if you have any particular beef with 50 and where that comes from?
I mean, he's a kid to me, He's like, it's like a little dude, And here we call him my little homie. He's like, I was just falling back, and I got word that he might have said something he wasn't supposed to say.
It's about what he said about you possibly talking to Irv about signing with him.
Yeah.
It was late last year when 50 Cent unleashed a lyrical tirade against Shyne on New York's Hot 97 after learning that rival Irv Gotti was trying to sign Shyne to Murder Inc.
I heard Irv trying to sign Shyne, so I ain't got enough, man. Tell him 50 said he's soft and gonna shoot up the club again.
It's one thing if he would have said it and stood by it. That's what I said. You have a problem, whatever. But he said it, and at the same time, he was trying to sign me to G Unit Records.
Yo, Paul, what's up, family? This is John Money from G Unit Records. Seeing what's up with your situation, and if you're interested in signing to G Unit Records.
So why would you try to sign me, but then you go on the radio and talk like you don't know? Even if you wasn't trying to sign me, bro, you know what I do. Like, I'm not no Liz Aim. I really do this. This is my life. Right. I'm not rapping about something that I seen. This is what I do. And I'm sure you heard about what I've been doing since I've been behind the wall. You understand? So I'm really that. Not here because my security guard had a gun in the car, and I was trying to get on the front page of Daily News. I'm here for real things. Right. It just made me look at him like, oh, man. Oh, you're a joke. You can't be serious.
You want to get rich and hard.
Is this going to turn into back and forth beef with him now?
Like I said, that's a little dude to me. Like, it can't be no beef with me. You understand? It can't go nowhere. Like, he can say whatever he want to say. This is America. You think? But I'm not interested in him, and I'm not interested in the response. It's over for me. Like, I said what I had to say. I can't say no more than that, right?
Shyne doesn't need a beef with 50 to enhance his already established street cred. But will his current prison stint, the verbal spars, and his gangster persona translate into success?
To those people who would say, he's even got more credibility now that he's done 4 or 5, 10 years, whatever, he's been locked up. What do you think about that? Does that add to an artist's credibility? I'm
not here to romanticize this experience. You dig? I'm not here for that. I'm here to just make good music. Like, you don't have to be a tough guy to make good music. You don't. Like, that requisite of having that street, the call, that's farce, man. Like, good music is good music. And obviously I'm gonna touch on my experiences moving forward. But you never gonna hear me dwelling, and you're never gonna hear me like it's not gonna be no jail records. It's gonna be good music. And obviously, unlike some of these guys, when you hear them rap, you're like, wow, did that really happen? Right. Well, obviously with me, you're gonna know, yeah, man, I guess that's when he was in Denmark.
The blurred line between music and message, image and reality, fueled the career of another rapper, an icon who also once called the Clinton Correctional Facility home. Like Tupac, Shyne hopes his music speaks louder than his experiences.
If Machiavelli, didn't make good music when he came out, nobody would have cared about him. But he made great music, best music in history, on the highest level, from Pink Floyd to Bob Marley. His music is great. That's why he mattered. Because I know some real gangsters that used to rap, and they didn't make good music. So it don't matter. We don't care how many people they shot. We don't care how much time you did. If the music ain't good, people ain't interested.
Looking at the possibility of parole down the road or work release, are you concerned at all of how they may look at these lyrics and say, oh, look at this. This is not remorse.
That's unconstitutional, though. They can't do that, you know, because this is art. You look at my album, I have I guess a disclaimer that says, you know, this is art inspired by my life. You dig? So, and as I told you, not because I lived it makes it good music. You know, good music is good music. You know, whether it's my reality or somebody else's reality.
So if someone looks at a lyric like, you know, jail has only made me more ruthless and says, is he there? What is that? You know, is that where he's at? Has it made him more ruthless?
Well, I mean, you know, in you know, the text of that record, it wasn't like I was just saying that wantonly. I was saying that in a particular text. What do you think? I'm gonna come here and, you know, I'm gonna be in this atmosphere. This only hardens your heart. You know, this only, you know, would freeze you. You know, make your veins pump ice. Being more ruthless, you know, that's just like it's in anybody. And this increased it because, you know, there's the bitterness, there's all types of emotions that are there.
One of the tracks, I can't remember which one, you mentioned George W. Bush on there. Have you? What are your thoughts? And what is it like watching what's going on in the world from the inside, from the war to this election to Bush and the decisions he makes?
Yeah, man, they're gonna put me on death row if I tell you what I really think. They're probably gonna come and kidnap me and take me to Guantanamo Bay.
For knowledge, I Trump spitting them jewels, hoping the young future soldier hear me daily. GW Bush film.
Do you think that young people are more? I mean, they always talk about how they're not.
I don't know about John Kerry either, so don't get me wrong.
It's not like
I'm not a Democrat and I'm not a liberal, and you know, I'm conservative. You know,
are you?
Yeah, you know, in my views, there's a lot of things that, you know, I agree with Bush on. You dig? So I'm not here to be, you know, a liberal or be a right wing. I'm just right and wrong.
George W. Bush, 50 Cent, prison life, violence, drugs. Shyne takes aim at a number of loaded topics on Godfather Buried Alive. But there's one subject he avoids entirely.
One thing that I would say that people are going to be surprised that there's not more of on the record is any overt references to the trial, to the verdict, or to Puffy for that matter. Is there any reason that that these tracks don't really address those things?
I mean, you know, I'm not sure. Diamonds and Mac 10s. You know, that was kind of talking about the trial.
The day I stuck my head out my mother's womb, I was doomed, repeating the Lord's prayer, sitting in this courtroom.
But nothing about Puff really directly.
I mean, he doesn't really matter to me. You know, what happened, and for what this was, you know, I felt, you know, it captured everything that I wanted to capture at the time.
Shyne may sidestep the issue of his former mentor on record, though he does anything but in our interview. For the first time on camera, Shyne speaks out on P. Diddy.
People probably have the impression that you're just consumed with the idea that, you know, justice wasn't served here and that somebody turned his back on you.
It's not a matter of, you know, turning your back on me. Like, how do you call a witness to testify against your comrade?
Guns, drugs, money, violence. Shyne's new album touches on many familiar themes associated with the hip-hop thug life, but one thing is conspicuously absent on Godfather Buried Alive. Any overt or discernible reference to Shyne's one-time co-defendant, label boss, and the man who arguably has had the biggest impact on his
bus.
He threw that man all the way under the bus, bro.
And turned his back on him.
Then it's like, all right. Yeah, now I got
he brought somebody to testify against that. You know what I mean? That's wild.
Right. He pulled off a Paulie John. Yup. Now I gotta turn my back on you. Right.
Life.
Yeah, that's why Gates said that Diddy was working with the feds.
Protected.
That's why he said Diddy was working with the feds, because look at that situation. How he get out of that when people clearly seen Diddy shooting too?
Right. It's crazy.
Ye probably was right. Ye said on Drink Champs that Diddy working for the Fed. Wow.
Fucking Fed.
Good point. Your trial was the Puffy trial. Do you feel that worked against you all, the fact that 99% of the focus was on him?
Obviously, he was the Uber star, and I was just up and coming. So, you know, it's going to be a show. But he used that to just, you know, threw me off. Like, you know, it was terrible, man.
To many, Jamal Shyne Barrow is an answer to a trivia question, as the man who once stood trial alongside Sean Puffy Combs. While all eyes were fixated on the hip-hop mogul, few paid much, if any, attention to the plight of his 22-year-old protege. Now, 3 years into Shyne's decade-long sentence, for the first time ever, the imprisoned rapper speaks on camera about his co-defendant and the infamous trial that landed him here, behind bars.
People probably have the impression that you're just consumed with the idea that, you know, justice wasn't served here and that somebody turned his back on you.
It's not a matter of, you know, turning your back on me. Like, how do you call a witness to testify against your comrade?
That witness Shyne is referring to is Sharice Myers, a bouncer who was working inside Club New York when shots rang out that December night in 1999. In court, Myers claimed that she fell on top of Puffy during the shooting and said that he did not have a gun. But even as her testimony helped exonerate Puffy, it implicated Shyne. Myers told jurors that it was Shyne who first opened fire inside the club, letting off 2 shots toward the ceiling. Shyne's lawyers conceded that their client fired his gun, but only in self-defense. Shyne has maintained from the beginning that Myers' testimony, asserting that he was the first to open fire on that fateful night, is untrue.
If I'm telling you that she's lying, and you saying, hey, you know, well, she helping me, but I'm facing 25 years, and you looking at probation. Yeah, those are the things that you understand are unacceptable. You don't have to hold my hand. You don't have to do nothing, but don't try to hurt me.
What continues to haunt Shyne to this day is that Myers
Damn,
wasn't
Diddy
called by the
was looking at
prosecution,
probation?
but rather by his co-defendant's legal team. In his eyes, a move that doomed his own defense.
This woman was the most damaged.
Bro, you gotta understand that shit coming back. It's coming back to haunt him though. Cause look, she's speaking out and they gonna reopen
letting
that
everybody
case,
know you
bro.
ain't getting away with nothing out here.
Yeah, like that shit coming back to him now. Like you
I
threw
bet
this
these
man
other
under the
celebrities are scared as hell because nobody know who's next.
Bro, Ebro had Fat Joe on there today, and he asked
witness.
Fat Joe said, "Look, he said a little something like, you said, you know what, Ebro, let's just move along. I don't even want to dance around the whole thing. He ain't going nowhere.
This is a witch hunt. This
He
is
ain't
gonna be a witch hunt, bro. A lot more celebrities is gonna go down. Think about it.
The crossfire that.
Right. That's
they
why
don't wanna
they
go in
real
there.
careful what they say.
You seen Boosie spoke bad. Let me pull what Boosie said today. Because who gives a shit what Boosie thinks at a time like this?
Right. Might get Boosie on the phone.
They go Puff. I guess he's still out and about. They go Puff at somebody's restaurant down there.
He's still out.
Hey, put into the man right here. What's up? Miami's like that. It's a movie. Down here at Pura Vida by my pad, run into the man right here.
Stevie J.
What's up? Miami's like that. It's a movie.
Him and Stevie J. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All right, let me pull this up real quick, and then we can get back into it. Let me do this. All right, let me see. Pull this back up. Dang. I don't know.
Why people keep talking about Jay-Z next one? What about Dan Snyder? They talking about him now.
Yeah, Dan Schneider.
Yeah,
why
y'all talking about Jay-Z next. What about Dan Snyder?
Yeah, what about Dan Schneider?
He all
over the media right now, bro. That's why we did the interview with That's why we did the interview with Kel Mitchell's wife. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we got like 4 interviews. We ain't even dropped the other 3. We got so many interviews with her that we sitting on. Matter of fact, we start releasing them Jones, putting them Jones out. You know what I mean? One of them shit's like 4 hours long. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that nigga Dan Schneider, man. Yeah. Them Nickelodeon freak offs, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All right, let me pull this. This nigga Boosie. All right.
I guess when we say that, people only think about dark skin.
Nah, nigga, them white niggas got.
Who's next?
White niggas gotta get it too. Oh yeah, because we ain't done. Right. We about to get into the you know what I mean, Charlie Sheen and what he was doing with Corey Haim and all that. Yeah, we about to jump. We gonna get into them
why
next.
is it always why always got when people say who next is always just dark skin?
Nah, nigga. Charlie Sheen, all that stuff you was doing.
Yo, I mean,
crystal
I don't
oils
think we
and all that.
ain't conscious. We ain't conscious.
Nah.
We ain't conscious.
It's crazy, bro.
You never see so many black people happy for a downfall. I don't hear none of them who was at Diddy's shit toasting with that champagne every year, having speeches with, man. Ain't nobody speak up for this man or nothing.
Talking about that rock nation.
When you're on top of the world, it's a celebration. When you're on the bottom, it's a denilation. All with them suits on, with their cuffs up. Ain't nobody said nothing.
Lucy,
man.
With this.
All y'all motherfuckers used to have them champagne glasses on with them suits on for all these brunches and all this shit.
That's real.
Nobody got nothing nice to say. All these colleges got millions from this man. Ain't nobody got nothing nice to say. Shit.
I feel like Ball and G was the only one.
I ain't never seen so many black people happy for a downfall.
Yes.
Yo, Boosie was cooking with this one. I ain't even going front. I think that was definitely 100% facts right there.
They ain't gonna, bro. None of them was gonna speak on this,
bro.
They're not gonna speak on that situation.
I mean, you think about it. Diddy's only getting what he dished out. He turned his back on Shyne.
But now that case coming right back up, bro.
Yeah,
that's John coming right back,
right
back up. And she ain't done. She going all over the media. She making her rounds all over the media, bro.
Right. She ain't stopping.
Saying reopen the case back
she
up.
hit the
Reopen
mainstream
the case
and
back up.
everything. So
Right.
right.
Right. Hit the mainstream and everything.
Anything they using anything from Diddy's past that they can, you know what I mean, that they can pin on him without implicating themselves too. So they gotta even be careful with that. So they
That's why the people that be all those people that was around him ain't gonna say nothing because a lot of them.
This is highly controlled, y'all. This is a controlled demolition of Diddy. Just call it a controlled demolition of Diddy. You know what I mean? Just look at it like this. It's very controlled. Because they can't release everything that he's done because then it'll tie people in there that
right.
that's not gonna be tied in there. And if they do get tied in there, y'all remember the end of Scarface? That's usually what they do.
It was worse than the prosecution's witness, which destroyed me because the prosecution is saying I'm this belligerent, reckless, OK Corral fella, and then my co-defendant is saying the same thing. That was it. That was it.
MPD News recently asked Sean Combs to respond to Shyne's allegations, and he emphatically refuted the rapper's interpretation of events.
I did not force anybody or tell anybody to say anything that would damage or hurt Shyne's case. I just wouldn't do that. That would not be my intent whatsoever. And that's all I'm really going to say about the matter. Not to get into any negative back and forth, because y'all know me over the years on MTV News being involved in certain things. Right now, my life is positive, and I'm gonna keep it like that.
Just as damning as Sharice Meyer's testimony, according to Shyne, was a team of lawyers appointed to him by Sean Combs. Shyne says Murray Richmond and others were at one time on the payroll of Combs' record label, Bad Boy. Because Puffy's defense implicated Shyne in the shootings, Shyne says having his own lawyers bankrolled by Bad Boy posed a conflict of interest.
As I understand it anyway, the fact that your lawyers, as it turns out, originally were on Puff's payroll, on the Bad Boy payroll, that's part of this current effort to get the case retried, right?
More or less. Yeah.
Can you talk a bit about that and when you learned that they were on the Bad Boy payroll?
Well, it was always on the payroll, you dig, but that was at a point where I thought that was my comrade. So, I ain't have it like that. Yeah, I was a fledgling artist. Like, Shyne album didn't come out yet.
Yeah, because he
at the point.
Yeah, so because he ain't giving Cochran. You know what I mean? Like Cochran was supposed to represent Shyne and Diddy. And he got Cochran for himself.
He used Cochran against Shyne.
Yeah, he used Cochran against Shyne instead of
that
putting them
used
both on the
Cochran
Cochran.
against Shyne.
Yeah. What's up, real Kimmy Love? Shout out to Miss Kimmy, Detroit in the building. Yeah, man. Yeah, he ain't used the Shyne was supposed to have Cochran too. Like, bro, you got Cochran. Why I ain't got Cochran?
Bro,
no Diddy.
Diddy used Cochran against Shyne.
Against Shyne, yeah.
No Diddy.
That's crazy to me, bro. Like, damn, that's crazy to me, bro. Like, I'd have felt some type of way too. Like, bro, you got Cochran. You ain't let me. You ain't gonna let me. He's supposed to be defending both
Bad
of us.
Boy, right?
Yeah, he's supposed to be defending both of us.
Group, right? This is self-defense. They did it first. What happened, Cochran? Nah, Diddy said, nah, we're gonna use Cochran to take Shyne down.
That's a damn shame, bro.
That's wild, bro.
That's a damn shame,
yo,
bro.
That is crazy. That goes to show you, man. That's wild. That's past wild.
Please make sure y'all hit that like button, man. If you haven't, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Let's continue, man.
Where, he calling the witnesses, to do me dirty, then you understand that, well, man, if these guys is working for him.
To get the case retried, right?
More or less.
Can you talk a bit about that and when you learned that they were on the Bad Boy payroll?
Well, it was always on the payroll, you dig, but that was at a point where I thought that was my comrade. So, you know, I ain't have it like that. Yeah, you know, I was a fledgling artist. Like, you know, Shyne album didn't come out yet, so I didn't really have it like that. But at the point where, you know, he calling the witnesses, you know, to do me dirty, then you understand that, you know, well, man, if these guys is working for him, because I went to the judge like 3 times complaining about inefficiency with my lawyers because they was just dumbing out. Like witnesses be on the stand, they would ask them 2 questions that didn't make sense and then sit down. It's obvious that they were selling me, you understand, in order to appease him. You know, there was a dual loyalty there.
Shyne's trial attorney, Murray Richmond, responded to Shyne's accusations by telling MTV News in a statement, quote, "I had absolutely no connection to Puffy Combs. My checks were handed to me by Shyne. I'm sorry he feels animosity towards me. I wish him nothing but the best." Sean Combs echoed those sentiments, telling MTV News that despite Shyne's charges, he remains supportive.
I'm not forgetting about Shyne. My prayers go out to him. Any support that's needed. You know, we here at Bad Boy. We still here for him. And, you know, we know he's on Def Jam. And we wish him the best of luck. It was an unfortunate incident. Nothing that the man meant to do. He was acting in self-defense. He didn't deserve 10 years. And that's my statement.
Shyne's a real stand-up guy because he forgave Diddy after all that. He forgave him.
Like, he
forgave him.
Diddy ain't had no type of remorse in his heart. When he just did with that little interview he just did, you could tell in the tone of his voice. Yeah, I mean, he ain't cared nothing about what he did with Shyne. He's just another nigga that got out of the way so he can
sacrifice.
Right. Facts.
I tell you, Shyne is a
he had no feeling about that.
Nigga. He was
by that time he was numb. He was numb by that time, bro.
Right.
You can tell.
Dang.
Yeah, by that time, Diddy was definitely numb.
That shit coming back to that nigga now.
Yeah, it's coming back now. Yeah.
All that shit coming back to that nigga now, bro.
I mean, that's just how the universe works, though. Like you put all that shit out, that's what's gonna come back. That's just showing you right there. Everything is coming back, bro. Everything he did.
Chick is coming home to roost.
Right.
Back. There's a piece with your mom in there. And there's also a response from Puffy in there to some of the allegations that are made that your mom makes. Can I ask you to respond to some of those? Puff in this says that from day one, he offered you his legal team as well. That he said that Johnny Cocker and his guys could represent you as well.
Categorically untrue.
He says he offered to pay for your appeal.
Absolutely not.
He said there's no beef between me and Shyne. Absolutely not. Everything's cool between us. Would you agree with that?
I mean, there is no me and Shyne. Like, it's, you know.
There's no relationship there to have a beef, right?
Exactly. You know, he doesn't exist to me, and, you know, it's just really that simple.
It should be noted that during the course of our interview, which lasted more than 2 hours, Shyne never once uttered the name of his co-defendant, Sean Puffy Combs, the man to whom he is inextricably linked.
You know, while your life's been on hold the last 4 years plus, this man has more or less revived Bad Boy. Sean John has blown up. He's run a marathon. He was just on Broadway making his acting debut on stage. He's now got a foot in the political world. He's got the citizen change thing to get young people out there voting. His career just continues on. How does it make you feel to see that happening while everything has to be on hold for you?
I mean, I don't know if that's an accurate assessment because, you know,
you got the record.
Got the record coming out. We got a joint venture.
So you don't begrudge him any success he's had?
Like, you know, every major artist tried to sign me. You dig, you know, and they rap about me, you know, and, you know, so I become, you know, I guess, you know, with all modesty, like kind of a living legend. So while he does what he does, I do what I do.
No desire to speak to Puff? No. What would you say to him at this point? Anything you would say to him?
Nah, there's nothing to talk about. I can't be bothered about what he's doing because, you know, he done did it. His life is, you know, he got it. You know, I need to get mine.
Part of Shyne's plan to get his is rectifying what he sees as a wrongful conviction. Shyne has hired a team of high-profile attorneys, including Harvard professors Alan Dershowitz and Charles Ogletree, to handle an upcoming appeal. Shyne releases his second album, Godfather Buried Alive, on August 10th, more than 3 years after his conviction on assault and other charges. The rapper has also hired a high-profile legal team to appeal his case, lawyers like Alan and Nathan Dershowitz, and Charles Ogletree, who once represented Tupac. Shyne's appeal is based on the idea that he did not have a truly independent defense from that of his co-defendant, Sean Puffy Combs.
We're looking at issues of conduct by lawyers in the case, by witnesses in the case, and by the judge. Each of those creates possible grounds of error. And that's what we're asking the appellate court to review very carefully to make sure Shyne is not above the law. We're not asking for that, but he's not below the law.
Shyne's new attorneys filed a brief with the New York Appellate Court in July, asking for either a reduced sentence or an entirely new trial. They expect a decision by the end of the year.
Are the lawyers telling you to be optimistic about an appeal or just telling you wait and see?
I don't talk to them about optimism and pessimism. You know, I have issues, and, you know, but it's going to be what it's going to be. You know, because Martha Stewart is a billionaire. She couldn't get off. Right. You know, so it's going to be what it's going to be. I really, sincerely, that's how I look at it. And I'll accept whatever is, you know, meted out, but I'll continue to dream and I'll continue to hope, and hopefully it'll materialize.
I mean, it's got to make you optimistic that things are going to somehow, some way take a turn for the better?
I think they already have, though, John. I think you're a pessimist, man. I think they already have, though. You know, when you look at it, I mean, like, I couldn't ask for more. Like, even when I came in, they were playing my songs on the radio, and like I said, you know, they were talking about me in magazines. Like, I don't feel entitlement. I think that the good in my life just towers over whatever negatives, because all the negatives have led to greatness, whether it be my pops. You know, that just made me have a drive and ambition. You know, that was just, you know, it was unparalleled. This situation, you understand, has given me all that. Like, I could not rap no more. I don't even have to put this album out. I could not do anything anymore and just leave it alone. And I feel, you know, like my impact, and that's after one album, has been made. And for the people overall to just have a love and an affinity for me, it's like I did it, you know. So there's nothing greater than that, because you can't calculate that. You can't buy that. You can't, you know, guys go lifetimes and never accomplish that. And this is just the beginning. 25 years old, so like my future is ahead of me. And what I have right now here, if I could have this now here, the imagination of what's gonna be when I touch the town is like, man, it's gonna be historical. It's historical right now. I'm making history right now. So it's like, you know, in order to get, you gotta give. And I guess I just paid my debts in order to have all I have now, because I, you know, pretty fortunate right now.
What do you think?
Shyne seems like one of them loyal type of niggas, you know what I mean? That's crazy. We're a loyal type of nigga and got done dirty at the end. Being loyal and got done dirty.
Yeah, that game ain't for loyal individuals. You know, to make it to a billion, you gotta step on a lot of toes.
Yeah.
You gotta throw a lot of people under the bus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can't confirm or deny if he put that hit in on Pop, but
nah, I can't confirm
you
or
wouldn't
deny.
but you wouldn't put it past a nigga like that though.
Mm-hmm.
If he'd go so far and do something like this, you know what I mean?
Right.
We can't say that he did because it's alleged, but
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Right.
I wouldn't be shocked. Just say I wouldn't be shocked.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
All right, we're gonna continue to get into this. We're gonna jump into a quick commercial break.
Make sure y'all smash that like button too.
Make sure y'all stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned. You know what I mean? And hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. We'll be right back after these messages. All right. Let's get it.
Zeolite is one of the most amazing minerals of our age. Millions of people have been using detoxification supplements to remove harmful toxins, pollutants, heavy toxic metals, as well as to balance pH levels, lower the risk of viruses like cold and flu, support the immune system, and improve nutrient absorption. What is zeolite? Zeolite is a volcanic ash that forms over time when ash and lava react with alkalized water, resulting in a compound with a very strong cage-like structure and a negative charge. Zeolite is one of the most fascinating and powerful nature remedies available. Great to detox and balance your body. Health benefits of detoxing. The removal of excess heavy metals can improve overall health. Detoxification helps balance a body's pH levels. This product provides 30 capsules, 1 month supply, ships within 3 days. Purchase now at night and daynetmarket.com.
Hey, Redman is in the building. Funk Dr. Spot is in the building. Hey, I got a PSA announcement for everybody out there. If you got pain, you suffer from anxiety, go get your CBD smokes, CBD gummies, and CBD oils at nightanddaycbdhub.com.
All right, links pinned to the top of the chat. The links is also being put in the chat. And the links is in the description of this video. So, make sure y'all head over there and support. We got the buy one, get one free on the CBD cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? So if you trying to look for some herbal cigarettes that actually probably help with your pain, you know what I'm saying? Any type of insomnia you got, you need to relax. The CBD smokes, buy one pack, get one free. All right. And you still get the 25% off.
Right. So when you check out, make sure you put in CBD, take all 25, all capital letters during your checkout. And you get
and if you go to the website, the top of the website is an orange script that you got the discount code and all that at the top of the website. Matter of fact, let me do this real quick, just to show y'all real quick. And then y'all can join the email list for when we send discounts out on the email list. You know what I'm saying? So, birthday discounts and all that. So yeah, you just come over here tonight and you'll see the this orange strip at the top, got the discount code and all that. So, you know what I mean? We got the hoodies and all that over here. Yep. The CBD smokes and all that. Yep. Cool mint. We got different flavors of that. So, you know what I'm saying? Lotion, soap, pain bombs, all that. Yep. The soaps and all that is back in stock as well.
Yeah, we stock back up on the soap. So
natural soaps and body oils, we stock back up on that. Yep. So y'all can come over. You see, we got a different variety of soaps, whole different variety of soaps and body oils and all that. So, yep. So we appreciate that. Shout out to y'all that been supporting us. You know what I'm saying? And y'all that y'all packages will be shipped out next over the week, you know. All right, so let me hop into this Combat Jack. Rest in peace, Combat Jack, man. We about to get into this quick quick clip of Shyne when he did the interview with Combat Jack. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this.
Hold on, let me answer that. The thing is, would you there's not.
Oh, let me bring it back.
Hold on, let me answer that. The thing is, would you there's not a light switch that takes place where you get out of the ghetto and you get out of your poverty.
Right, I understand.
But automatically the light goes off. Right. And now you're a law-abiding citizen.
So what went on in your mind? What went on in your mind?
Temper goes away, and now you're just this cool, calm, collected person. Nah, it's hard to make that transition.
Okay, so what went on through your mind that night? Like, walk us through what's going on through your mind.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that night I was chilling. I had my ratchet on me because I always have a ratchet on me, self-defense. I'm not going to get caught slipping. There was no World Star back in those days.
There wasn't the flip cams and the whole nine?
Nobody going to catch me on no flip cam. They was going to catch themselves getting aired out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from where I'm from, we don't play those games.
Right.
Like, all this new stuff, this new World
Got
Star.
it. I got that.
The dudes in the face and putting it on. We don't play those games. Like somebody gonna get killed.
Right. So when shit gets hot, man, are you thinking?
That night I was chilling.
Mm-hmm.
That night, I knew Scar. You know what I'm saying? Who's dead now? And Scar was a little tough guy. You know what I'm saying? I done sent Scar to do missions for me, and so all them kids from Brooklyn, those are my sons.
Like cheesecake missions?
Nah, man, come on. But listen, those are my guys. So when I seen them, they was like, yo, Shyne, yeah, you know what I mean? It's good to see you. You one of us. We're glad to see that you made it because we know now that you made it. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a way for us. And that was our interaction. It wasn't like, I was the nervous guy in the corner and I was like, oh my goodness, those guys from Brooklyn.
So you wasn't anxious. This was a gathering of friends.
I was one of the guys from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So, like, everybody was rooting for me. It was like, yeah, they go, Poe, yeah, he made it, kid. Now, the other guy, that's a whole nother story. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they got into it, but they got into it. You know how it is. He's there. He
drinks, the music, chicks, excitement.
But still, wasn't it Wolf's job to pop off?
Nah, man, you can't be serious, my man. Like, we was there for like 10 minutes, a whole lot of back and forth of I'm gonna kill you and F you and throwing money in the face and all a lot of loud.
Was that the key? Was it when the cats threw money? Like money wasn't a thing? What was that second that made you say fuck this?
That second was when somebody reached for their strap.
Mm-hmm.
When I seen that kid reach for his pistol, that's when I shot him in the shoulder. That's the kid that got shot. Like, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yes, man, gunshot.
All of these guys that are talking crazy, I don't believe them because at the end of the day, all they're going to do is testify. I done seen the most tough guy, the most brave, courageous guy.
Yes.
When it go down and he get clapped, he go to the court.
Yeah, man, fuck shooting in the air, right, Shyne? Pop him in the shoulder.
I mean, but listen, so now when I hit the kid,
shoulder lean.
When I hit the kid that tried to shoot me, that's when the security from the club went and tried to grab me, and that's when the ratchet went off into the air. Other dudes were shooting at that time as well. So all this funny talk about shooting in the ceiling, don't nobody get no 10 years for shooting in the ceiling. That's number one. And number two, again, go to the books. Do your research. Go to MTV right now, research Julius Jones, research Matthew Scar Allen, and they both got on the stand and testified that Shyne pulled out and aimed at the both of them and shot Julius Jones.
Now, Shyne, I got a question for you though, man, because most Brooklyn cats that of a certain type, they do carry their ratchets, but there's a very few cats that know how to shoot straight, B.
Word.
Very few. Like, how did you not miss, B?
No, but listen, the bottom line is, we definitely don't want to turn this into a funny thing,
Right.
because it's a real serious thing. You know that Natanya Reuben, that was my homegirl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We knew Natanya. We used to go to the studio with her, and everything was everything. Although we don't know if it was my gun, that hit her with the ricochet, because it was like 4 other guns in there that night. They found bullets from 4 different guns.
They got guns. You got guns.
Including my gun, so there's no proof that she got hit from me. So,
Right.
so people running around there like, that's what I'm trying to say. What type of gangster would go and promote that I shot
right
anybody? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was defending myself.
Of course.
One guy shot, and that was the guy that tried to shoot me. Everybody else, there's no proof as to how they got hit. And it was a terrible situation, because like I said, she was my friend, so I'm sorry that she had to suffer.
Of course.
Whether or not it was somebody else's gun. And then, you got my moms, you got everybody that had to endure the type of devastation and type of pain. So it was a terrible situation.
Shyne,
That's what I'm trying to say.
Shyne,
These guys rapping, but listen, when these guys be rapping like, oh yeah, you just gonna pop off and you just gonna let it out, and then you gonna win a Grammy, and then you're gonna be a millionaire. That's not true, man. And that's all I be saying, because I really have to suffer the consequences. I live in that real life.
So he's saying that Tanya was his home. Was his home girl, and she just suffered. Let me pull that back up real quick.
He said ricochet, but he don't know.
He don't know. It's just a lot of
He said, like you
a lot
said,
of
it was
wildness.
4. Yeah, it was 4 different burners in there.
Uh-huh.
So you don't know who bullet hit who at that point, if they was all firing.
Right.
That time, it could have been J-Lo's pistol. that hit one of them.
Right.
To hear you say that, but to have my say, it's disturbing for me to think. So if I should meet with an untimely demise, it would require and be worthy of deep investigation. I understand the peril of what I am exposing my life to. If it's disturbing to hear you say that. But to have my say, it's disturbing for me to think it and feel it. But I am healthy. I don't have any intentions of going anywhere. I'm grateful that God spared me, and I plan to live out my life to see my children's lives actualized and realized. I don't want to play against semantics. We appreciate you coming on again, Natanya. I mean, I'm glad you were able to respond to this latest statement from people around Diddy, and we'll continue to give you a voice on this. So thank you, Natanya. It's dismissive to think that if someone files a lawsuit that they should be ridiculed. Yeah. If I didn't suffer, I'm willing to have a doctor remove a part of the 9mm bullet in my face so that they can use it as evidence if need be for this trial. And it may cost me my life. You would be willing to do that now? I'm willing to do it. Oh my gosh. So what do they have to say to that? Yeah. Okay. I have 9 bullets. I'm sure I can spare 1. Okay, well, we'll be in touch. We'll see how this moves forward. There's a lot of moving parts with Diddy right now. So, okay, thank you, Natanya.
Thanks so much.
That's real dangerous when she attempted.
Yeah. But she said she willing
to
do
think
it.
about it. Right. She talking about removing bullet fragments from her face just to prove that it matches Diddy's gun.
Mm-hmm. No Diddy.
Facts. That's pretty dangerous.
Mean,
wow. This is like a movie, y'all.
Right.
It's definitely like a movie right now. The truth is stranger than fiction. She willing to remove bullet fragments that was put into her face in 1999. And it's currently the year 2024. Just to prove that Diddy's the one is guilty. All them years.
Years, right?
Like, why she ain't do that back then?
Like you said, Puff was protected back then, bro.
Right.
She was getting all types of death threats. She said she was getting death threats and all
that. Show you that points evidence towards that there must be other stuff on that footage.
Oh yeah, they looking for that footage.
So that's probably why he was protected, because they was all doing stuff, and he was part of the club.
Part of the club.
They probably never thought it would never get to this point with Diddy. They thought he was the number one guy.
Number one guy.
Yeah.
If y'all ain't hit that like button yet, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to this channel.
He's saying that the gay painter took his position. Yeah, the gay painter.
Yeah. That's what we wanted to tap into next, because I'm starting to see a lot of these rappers being politicized now. They're like being political figures. Like I just seen the Senate just give Nas props on his album. He was at the Senate, you know what I'm saying? and they gave him props for the for his album, the first album that he put out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, so now I'm starting to see they starting to politicize these rappers now. Jay got the art, you know, the Brooklyn Library exhibit with his lyrics all over the building, and then Nas, Nas is, and then they giving all the rappers street corners, street avenues, and all that. So I'm like, all right, and so now they trying to make these rappers political figures now.
Well, that's their form of giving us our reparations.
Right, and that's disguised as the reparation. They be like, all right, and that's how they look at it. Be like, all right,
that's how they look at it.
We pay y'all black president.
Karma. That's how they feel like they match their karma.
Right. They be like,
that karma falls on the black person who takes it. It falls on the gatekeepers like Diddy and Jay. You know, it falls back on them because that's the their form of giving us reparations is through Diddy, Oprah, Tyler Perry. So
nah,
they
they
like,
really,
all right, so they feel like they paid their karmic debt.
They really thought they was giving us
Right.
reparations by
But the thing
making
is,
Obama president.
They supposed to divvy that out to the rest of the community. That's how the higher ups look at that. You gotta think about what's going on now. This is some deep stuff.
And I seen Mano on the radio talking about COINTELPRO. They using COINTELPRO against them. Like, when was Diddy ever anybody that ever came to the community and set up programs?
Bro,
I'm like, the Black Panthers came, they was in the community setting up programs for the community. Diddy ain't never comes to the hood and set up no programs or nothing like that. Why would they COINTELPRO against him? He ain't no goddamn Panther. What the hell? There's some of these niggas that just be talking, just be trying to, you know what I mean? I understand you an industry nigga, you want to, you know, take up for a nigga or whatever, but when you start talking like that, like the nigga some type of Black Panther and he looked out for the community and he was there, you know, protecting the community and coming to the setting up programs and all that in the community. No, the hell he wasn't.
Well, the thing is, that's what he's supposed to. That's what he should have been doing. But since karmic debt is gonna come back on him and everybody who else ain't doing that, because they look at that as a form of reparations to our community, and they put them ahead of our community. I don't know why they think that's paying for some type of karmic debt, because it's not. Because that's not reparations at all. You gotta think about the amount of money they give these gatekeepers. That's enough reparations for the whole entire Black community in the United States. Oprah's worth, Diddy's worth, Jay-Z's worth, Bill Cosby worth. You gotta think about it. You gotta really think about all those billions and billions of dollars. So they really thought they was doing us a favor. Like, we gave them their reparation.
Nah, they really thought they was doing us a favor when they made Obama president. That's when they really thought they gave us some reparations. Like, we gave y'all, we gave y'all black president. We gave y'all black president. That should be y'all reparations. Like, nah, nigga, it don't work that way.
Yeah, because I don't look at these niggas as my leader.
None of them. Hell nah.
I don't identify none of these Negroes.
Fucking clown show to me. That shit is a clown show.
So we ain't getting no reparations through them.
Puppets.
We ain't getting nothing from them.
Fucking puppets. Clown show.
You gotta think about it. Like, oh, we gave the Negroes something. Look all that money we gave to Oprah and all the stuff she does for her community. That's good enough. Like, that's their mindset. Like, that's their reparation. That sounds like what y'all screaming out for reparations. They already feel like they gave us reparations through Oprah, Tyler Perry, Diddy, Jay-Z, LeBron James.
Like, them motherfuckers ain't come to the. They ain't Rihanna, come to the programs.
I feel like they gave us our reparations through them.
Man, F that.
And then, like you said, what put the icing on the cake was Obama. That's the biggest reparation. Like, all right, we done with them now. Y'all got y'all reparations.
Shit, we ain't get nothing. We ain't get shit.
Not that I'm looking for reparations.
Nah.
Not that
you got
workers looking for reparations.
You got to get out here and get it on your own.
Right.
Our reparations is y'all supporting us.
Fact. We giving y'all quality content and quality products. Like, we're creating value in our community. So I don't really care about reparations. I care about creating value. You know what I'm saying? That's what we about. Because I mean,
information.
Waiting for them to give us reparations, we'd be waiting forever. We'd be starving.
Yeah, ain't no waiting. Hell
Right.
no. Hell no.
Giving us no reparations. I ain't looking for no reparations.
Shit. Right. I don't know, bro.
You know what probably would be attached to those reparations? It'd probably be something. It'd be a trap in them, John. Like them PPP loans that them niggas thought they was getting.
For them PPP loans and shit.
Right. That gave us a glimpse of what niggas would do with reparations. Them PPP loans. Them PPP loans. That's a glimpse. That gave us a glimpse of what Negroes would do with reparations, bro.
Yeah, that should go right back to Gucci belts.
Straight to the
Gucci belts.
Balenciaga. It's going straight to Balenciaga, Mercedes Benz.
Gucci belts.
You know right. Lamborghini.
Bugattis.
Bugatti, yep. It's going straight
G-Wagons.
to reparations is going to.
Private jet flights.
Hennessy.
Yep.
Lots of Hennessy.
That should go right back. That should go right back to where it came from.
All the shit you see niggas flossing with on Instagram during the PPP loan era. All that. That's what we would be doing with reparation.
They need to get that shit to somebody responsible.
So, or they felt like they gave it to somebody responsible. Jay-Z, Diddy, even though that's proven to be crazy. Oprah, Tyler Perry. That's you know what I mean? That's the way giving back.
Giving back by creating 5 billionaires out of 30, 40 million something people. Like 5 billionaires, huh? Is giving back.
And then the president. And they gave us a president. Well, not us. I don't identify with none of that.
And the thing is, niggas are so
I'm an alien.
Niggas can simply take back reparations by coming together and putting a resource, but niggas want to be too divided and hating each other, bro.
Right.
Like that's the problem. That's what our downfall is. The self-hate, and then us hating each other.
PPP loans is all I gotta say. Reparations, just think about PPP loans. Y'all know what it looked like.
Like niggas don't want
that money be gone.
And create
that reparation money and go right back to the people that gave it to y'all.
Man, niggas ain't trying to come together and create no
fucking.
Go
right back.
Niggas don't want to
just gonna recycle it right back to the
resources.
System.
Niggas don't want to create no resources, bro.
Like I said, everybody be driving Lamborghinis and Mercedes and Bugattis and everything. Niggas be doing, you know what I mean? Balenciaga, Hennessy.
And it's all right to drive all that, but listen though. Listen. It's cool for people to have all that, but it's when there's no resources, bro. Like there's no resources, around for the money to keep circulating. It's always going out. It's always going back out to other groups and shit like that. So you buying all this material shit, but you ain't creating no resources. It's just constant consume. Niggas don't want to come together and create no resources. Yeah, that mindset of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Rosewood and all those places, that mindset is gone. They came along and destroyed that mindset. Niggas don't have that mindset no more.
For the gram, bro.
That's it.
People use that PPP loan money to look good for the gram. Because of insecurities, because social media make people insecure.
And this shit is still bigger than PPP loan, though.
That's the only reason why, bro. They went completely broke and ended up getting in trouble from the government because they use PPP loans to floss on Instagram. So that's exactly what they would do with reparation.
Black people still the biggest consumers. Black people still the biggest consumers in this country with no type of resources, bro. Like, how are we the biggest spenders and we ain't got no fucking resources? Niggas is divided at every little inkling turn. Niggas is divided. The biggest spenders ain't got no damn resources. That's crazy to me, bro.
I mean, people gonna do what they gonna do, man. It's the system makes people so insecure. Society make people so insecure that they just need to floss on Instagram, bro, and they do anything to do that.
Dang.
They'd do anything to floss on Instagram, bro. They'll borrow money. Whatever they can do, man, to look good on that social media, they
Niggas
do
about
it. And when them PPP loans hit, bro, they was running wild.
yeah.
I ain't never seen so many people on vacation and new cars and new this and new that. I'm like, this is funny as hell, boy. But that shit caught up with them.
Niggas is out here.
So that goes to show you where reparations go.
Niggas
That's
is
what
out
I'm
here
saying.
buying.
Niggas ain't ready for reparations. I don't know why people talking about reparations. You ain't ready for that.
Niggas out
I
here
don't
buying.
want no reparations, man.
Niggas out here buying. Niggas out here buying packs of Temu money just to floss on Instagram and shit. Fake ass Temu money.
Anything, bro.
Yeah,
to
man.
keep that image up on IG because they insecure. Look, man, I don't care about this shit at all. All we care about is getting the message out and bringing value to the community. We ain't gotta be on here flashy. We flashy with the work that we putting in on here.
Flashy. A Heiser. You know what a Heiser is, Frank? A pig that don't fly straight.
That was the same Diddy. If he had that same mindset, his ego was so big that he had to stay in the same club that he had some serious beef with somebody. He became a liability to himself and then ended up throwing Shyne under the bus.
Nah, he ain't had no beef with him. That shit started started in there, inside the club. Like you said, Shyne said he was cool with them niggas from Brooklyn. He didn't have no smoke with them. He see them niggas every day, but the ego, it was the ego. It was the ego.
Shyne was cool with them. He was in there like, those my niggas over there from Brooklyn.
I'm buying out the bar.
They didn't like.
Niggas wanted to buy out the bar and shit. And them niggas was already there in that space, and he came along with his ego. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna buy out the section. Y'all niggas, look, buy out the section. Y'all niggas gotta move. You know what I'm saying? I'm buying out the section. Y'all niggas gotta move.
Right. He was there. He got tough in front of J-Lo to make it look like he running things. Forgot that she had a brand too that needed to be protected. You know what I'm saying? Niggas' egos became liabilities. That's why I said F that ego stuff. Because even flossing online can become a liability. Ask them PPP loan niggas. All that flossing niggas do online with, you know what I mean, with illegal licks that they do and end up getting caught. Your illegal lick money and you flossing it on IG. Never mind, man. I can't. I can't, bro. This is wild.
Nah.
I can't. This generation, I'm done. It's over. It's absolutely over.
Shout out to y'all, man, for coming through, man. We're gonna continue this live stream tomorrow. We're gonna continue this live stream because we still got some more shit to report on. So we will keep the content flowing for y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't subscribed to this channel yet, make sure you subscribe. Hit the like button, share this if you can. Yeah, we got some more shit to unpack, man.
Right.
I mean, shit, on that note, man, shout out to the mods. Thank y'all for coming through, holding us down. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Melanie Jones Says So channel. Shout out to the content creators that came through and rock with us. Did not in here. Mr. AT2 man was in here. I seen Kimmy Love. Go subscribe to all 8 channels. We appreciate that, man. Keep the content flowing. Flowing, man. Shout out to all the content creators. Keep y'all content flowing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and shout out to y'all who've been shopping with us too, man. We definitely appreciate y'all.
Hell yeah. Shout out to y'all that been coming through and buying the products and showing love. Whether y'all donated, send the super chats, you know what I'm saying, watching the content, liking the content. And if y'all ain't check out the Diddy cartoon, man, make sure y'all go pull that up and watch it, man. Hold on, let me pull that up. So I can show y'all where y'all need to go. Y'all need to go watch that, John. If you ain't watched that yet, make sure you go check out the Diddy Freak Off animation, the real animation series. You know what I mean?
That John definitely ratchet though, so
Yeah, it's a ratchet shit, bro.
yeah, it's ratchet. Just warning y'all.
just
giving y'all a warning.
All right.
It's a little bit ratchet.
Let me see. It's a little bit ratchet. Shit, a lot of bit ratchet.
I know, right?
A lot of bit ratchet, nigga. Shit. Yeah. It's y'all come over here. Yup, on the channel, the Diddy Freak All Party animated series with Usher, Ray J, French Montana, Bow Wow, and a lot more people in that John. So go check, make sure y'all go check that John out on the channel. What else? What's we got over here? What else we got over here? Make sure y'all watch, check our interview too with Kel Mitchell wife, the exclusive John right here, exclusive with Kel Mitchell, ex-wife, speaking on the Nickelodeon shit. We also post the one where she talks about Orlando Brown, because she know all of them. She know Orlando Brown, all them from Nickelodeon, Disney. She was around all of them. So make sure y'all check out that interview. Yeah, I think it's. Oh yeah, here's the other one right here, exposing Nickelodeon. Yeah. So make sure y'all come through. So we appreciate y'all, man. We about to get them out of here, man. We'll catch y'all on the next live stream, man.
Peace.
All right. And on that note, gonna have to take you up out of here.
Entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Have a blessed night. It's simple as that. And we jump back in the machine. Fuck you talking about? We ain't fighting it. What's up, gang?
Zeolite is one of the most amazing minerals of our age. Millions of people have been using detoxification supplements to remove harmful toxins, pollutants, heavy toxic metals, as well as to balance pH levels, lower the risk of viruses like cold and flu, support the immune system, and improve nutrient absorption. What is zeolite? Zeolite is a volcanic ash that forms over time when ash and lava react with alkalized water, resulting in a compound with a very strong cage-like structure and a negative charge. Zeolite is one of the most fascinating and powerful nature remedies available. Great to detox and balance your body. Health benefits of detoxing. The removal of excess heavy metals can improve overall health.
Well, come on, I'm broke, baby.